Oh boy. Well,
Hello, we are live. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
yes, the definite gentleman that are watching at the moment. How have you
Well,
all
no,
been?
I'm sure no ladies are watching. So,
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, it's been how long exactly has it actually been since we last
since the Game
recorded?
Awards, probably like a week after the Game Awards, I guess, or nah,
No, it's a couple days at least.
yeah, a couple of days.
It's been at least two. It's been about 2 weeks,
Yeah.
so we're good on our time frame. Um, yeah, because we talked. We did this right before No Way Home came out.
Which would have been well,
The
a review of No
13th.
Way Home was
The
I,
13th.
I,
A review went up the day that it came out.
no, but I mean, oh, No Way Home,
Yeah,
same day. Oh, it
same
happened the
day.
same day.
Same day.
Oh, okay.
Well, the review happened the same day.
Uh,
The podcast didn't happen on the same day, obviously.
yeah,
But
that is true.
yeah, it's been a while. Well, not a while, but a good amount of time. So welcome back to all that
Let's
are watching.
go. Let's go.
It's like oh
So, Mr. Gabriel, what are we talking about today? You haven't.
well, um, I wrote this. I wrote a few topics about a week ago, and then I added some new ones today because I figured those were kind of old news at this point. But
I
we
see.
can start by talking about the news that kind of came out pretty quickly after the Game Awards, which was this whole $70 games thing.
$70 games.
$70 games.
Uh,
If anyone isn't aware, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade was announced for Epic Games, which is on PC. Went up for $70,
mm,
and that rubbed people the wrong way very fast. So much so that Epic actually pulled the price off of the storefront, but it sure is still $70. And to make
mm.
matters worse, on Steam, when the page for Forspoken went up, it's listed for $70.
Forspoken 2
Yeah, Forspoken as well.
for every score in this game.
Oh boy.
I,
Um,
I I I believe it. They're a little greedy.
yeah, but yeah, that rubbed people the wrong way. Mostly with Final Fantasy VII because it's a game that's been out for a while, and charging it for 70 is yeah. I mean, personally, I'm
In
not.
fairness,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, in fairness, it is coming out with the DLC only exclusive to the PS5
Yes,
at
and now
well
on the
at that
PC.
time. Hmm.
Now on the PC. It's not just the fact that like it's a $70 release. It's now been known publicly that the port to PC wasn't very good.
Really?
Yeah, it has a lot of issues with keeping stable performance, um, as well as lots of just like hiccups and minor things
Oh,
that make the experience lesser than playing it on a
would
PS5.
I don't know. Would have been fine if it worked fine.
If it worked fine, there would have been less, um, uh, you know, blowback. But it's just not working. Yeah. Oh, the game has no graphics options.
No
Okay.
graphics options.
No
What the
graphics
fuck?
options. And it's stuttering and not fully working. Um, keep compared to the PS5, which actually has not had has performance options. The game lets you pick
Oh,
between performance and resolution modes.
so it's just the PS4 version ported on.
It's basically just the PS4, the PS5 version ported, and not
It,
with any of the
but,
upgrades.
but yeah. So in that case, it would just be the
It would
PS4
just be the
version. I mean,
PS4 version.
does it look like the PS5 version? A little bit graphically.
It looks like the PS5 version
Mm,
graphically.
okay.
Um, and Digital Foundry, which has been a pretty reputable review outlet tore the port apart.
Yeah.
Like tore it apart. But yeah, the game doesn't have much in terms of graphics settings. It's like the most basic of stuff. Like, what do you want the frame rate to be? What do you want the textures to be?
What do
Do
you
you
want
want
the
it to be?
brightness to be?
Yeah. Do you want it full screen or not? Do you want HDR? Do you, it's like, come on. I've seen more settings in like a Nintendo game.
What type of Nintendo game? Like a Switch game?
Yeah, like a Switch game. Like I've seen. There's also no ways to turn off anti-aliasing or VSync, which
Oh.
is or even stuff like motion blur. That's you
Oh,
can't turn
no,
that off.
you can turn off
You
motion
can't
blur.
tone off motion blur. You
Is
can't
the
turn.
discussion
Yeah.
about prices or just bad portings?
No, these are just things that are not in the PC port.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
but
can't turn any of this off.
I know the discussion was about prices in games, but now it feels like
Yeah,
we're just
now
talking about like bad ports.
this is like a bad port, but it's just all
Mhm.
this to on top of the fact that they're charging you $70 for this. They're charging you $70 for what's a significantly worse version of the game. When something like God of War is coming to PC, an enhanced port of the game on on next gen system on PCs, it's gonna be like $40. And even like stuff like Death Stranding and Horizon Zero Dawn are $60. They're full price, but they're PC ports with all the features that come with having it on a PC.
Mm.
And Horizon, the PC version, is the complete edition, so you get all the DLC.
That's neat.
And they're charging less than Remake is.
I've yet to play that game.
I have also yet to play Horizon, but
Well, then now I don't know.
yeah, it goes on sale a lot. But yeah, it's. I mean, how do you feel about this whole $70 games thing? I don't know.
Uh,
I wish
I
it
think
wasn't 70.
well, games are getting harder and harder to make due to technology, so I can justify them charging more for the price.
Now there's more
Problem is,
expectation.
yeah, now there's more expectation,
There's more
and the fact
expectation
that
on the devs to.
these games
Yep.
might not even deliver, and the quality is the bad part about it. Like, if we got a say Battlefield 2042 for $70, that's unacceptable.
It is $70 on next gen.
It is.
It's 60 on everything else though.
That
Even
Yeah, but
PC, it's 60.
if it wasn't everything else, that'd be pretty unacceptable.
Yeah. It well, the game is already just unacceptable at 60, which is like the it's like if you I did actually some digging and if you look at like old like catalogs for games in like the 90s, companies just priced them whatever the fuck they wanted. Like sometimes they were just $90 for like
Mm.
Tetris. Like it was just whatever it was. Like if you wanted to, Nintendo sometimes would charge like $80 for Super Metroid.
Wow.
Exactly right, and it makes like the complaints we have now seem kind of irrelevant because now it's like there's a standard. Games are $60, or now they're going to be 70. Um, I will say though, there are certain complaints being specifically made to PlayStation because if you look at how PlayStation has been treating their first party titles, a lot of the big ones are 70.
Yeah,
Their first
Demon
party
Souls,
Demon Souls, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. Oh god. Um there's another one.
Final Fantasy.
Well, sure, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade. Um there's another one of their first part. Gran Turismo is going to be 70. Horizon Forbidden West is going to be 70. Forspoken.
God of War
God of
5.
War Ragnarok is probably going to be 70. They're they're charging. They're charging a lot of
Again,
money.
I can totally justify the price range, the race.
So here's where I combat this. Look at what Microsoft is doing with their first party titles.
Mhm.
They're all 60.
Well, 60.
It's only third party stuff that's going 70, like the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, the 2Ks. They're all going 70. And
Nice.
their Forzas, their Halos, They're still saying their flight simulators, even, they're still 60. They're not upcharging for what's, more work now because of the next generation hardware. So at a certain point now, like you said, we're expecting more out of these companies. What was already a big expectation for $60 worth of content is now 70. And what's to say it won't become 80, 90? Will soon
Well,
come the day
because
where we start paying $100 for
back
games.
then, like back then, wasn't it 40? And I'm pretty sure there was discussions like these back then even.
I'm sure. But also back then, there was no way to tell if a game was good or not. You just had to buy it to figure it out. Now there's endless amounts of sources to tell you if a game is good or not, to let you know if you need to spend your money.
Oh, didn't know if you should. Well, so wait, so that's better.
So now it's better in terms of figuring out what game is good or not. But
Especially when
yeah,
uh $30 was basically 100
yeah,
in a way.
inflation is a bitch. uh, yeah, it's just there's no way to gauge the quality and what's actually worth the $70 price tag. Like you look at a game like Far Cry 6, which just came out. That game, by all accounts, would have seemed like they'd charged 70 for it, but no, it was 60. Even on next gen, it was 60. And they provide the free upgrades to next gen. Like if you bought it on PS4, you just stick the disc in on the PS5, and guess what? You got the game for free now.
Mm.
And it's which this also that's another thing. This whole process of like upgrading games to next gen is for some reason confusing for a lot of people. Like
How so?
because it's sometimes free, but also you're technically getting a digital version of the game on next gen that you just have to put the disc in for.
Yeah.
And on PS5, PS5, yeah, PS5, I've noticed that when I put the disc in, um, so if you want to just play the PS5 version, you can delete the PS4 version because it installs both.
Mm.
But what sucks is that every time I put that PS4 disc back in, it wants to install the PS4 version because it's recognizing that there's a PS4 disc in there that it doesn't have installed on the console. Even though I am trying to play the PS5 version, it's just an annoyance. And of course, even when you do go to do the upgrade, you have to go into the game storefront and get your free upgrade. It's not really just pop the disc and you get it. As where with Microsoft's, the new Series X, the game you just put the disc in and it loads the PS like I don't know why I'm trying to say PS5.
Mm.
If you're like say Halo Infinite, it it has both the Xbox Series X and Xbox One versions on it. If you pop it into an Xbox One, it downloads the Xbox One version. You put it into the Series X, it downloads the Series X version. It has a thing called Smart Delivery, which recognizes, okay, you're playing it on this console, you obviously want the next gen version, right? Or
Mhm.
you're playing it on last gen system, okay, you want it on last gen. It's it's like just instantly recognizing all this. And that is really intuitive as compared to the PS5s. You put the disc in, you go to the storefront, you get your free upgrade, and now you have to wait for 2 downloads when you only wanted one.
That's silly.
Hmm?
That's a bit silly.
Exactly. And then let's not forget good old Activision charging an extra $10 for your next gen upgrades.
Oh
If you
boy.
if you put in a copy of Black Ops Cold War or Vanguard into your system,
Activ- Activisions are greedy fucks.
you it says, yeah, you can get the next gen version for an extra $10.
But I already bought that game.
It basically just lets you buy the digital version of the next gen version of the game for $10. It's literally a discount disc.
But I already bought the game.
But you already bought the game, right? You gotta buy it again.
This isn't DLC. Let me play it, please.
The system's yeah, you can play it. But you're playing the PS4 version. Don't you want the PS5 version? Oh, you didn't.
No.
Oh, you didn't buy the. You didn't have a PS5. Oh, tough luck, buddy.
But oh, okay,
Like
thanks.
it's just like damn. And I think even some games like 2K and Madden don't even offer next gen upgrades. You just have to buy the game again. Like they
We ain't
have
good.
separate versions for next
No,
gen and last gen.
we ain't gonna buy those games. No, we're fine.
It's like damn, y'all you just really hate us, don't you?
Yeah.
Because like it's fun when you work in retail at a GameStop like I do, and you have to explain to the person, no, this is the Series X version, not the Xbox One version, which only works on the Xbox One and not the Xbox Series X. And they're just like, what? And then you're just like, yeah, no, it's confusing. I know.
Is it?
And they're like, what? And then we're like, yeah, just look at this black border on the box. Just figure it out. And they're like, I don't know what my son has. I just had Xbox One. I don't know, man. It's an Xbox.
Okay. If it looks like a fridge, it's probably the new one.
And if it looks like
Instead
a
of
Imagine
VCR, it's an Xbox One.
get it, sir? No. So
mm,
it's a fridge? No, sir. Please, sir.
Damn, whatever
I mean
happened to numbers.
the safe bet is to just get the Xbox One version.
Yeah, but sometimes that's hard for people to figure out because there's the border on the box, but sometimes they don't know what their kid has.
Well, I'm saying like the safe assumption is the Xbox One version because the Series X can play the Xbox One version.
Yeah. But then their kid's like, oh wait, I wanted this Series X version, and we're like, we didn't know, man. Guess
I
you're
mean,
spending $70.
What's the
depending
better
on the ki-
discussion?
depending on the kid, they're not gonna know. Like you have
Uh,
like a
uh,
6-year-old kid, they're not gonna know the difference. They're
I
not gonna
think
know they have an
uh,
Xbox One version.
I don't know. I think they will. Kids are pretty.
Yeah, kids are pretty
Uh,
smart when it comes to that. They figure that shit quick.
mhm. I don't know. They fought my mom, so I believe it.
That is true.
That is true.
They're experts in that stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's just annoying, but I don't know. I'm not too comfortable with spending $60 on a game sometimes, let alone now 70.
Well, how do you feel about what about launch games like AAA launch?
Buying games on launch is like the scariest fucking thing you can do because
What
you
about,
never know.
what about pre-order?
No, I think pre-ordering is
Well,
scary.
pre-order
Hmm.
is scary because now you're putting your down beforehand and you don't know what you're gonna get. As we're buying a game on launch, it's a similar fear, but now the game's out, so there's more word of mouth. Um, the thing though about pre-ordering is you can always cancel and get your money back beforehand.
Yeah.
Um, not if you're Nintendo though. Nintendo hates you if you do that. They
Hmm.
literally won't let you refund a pre-order on like before a couple days before the release, which is actually kind of stupid. Because sometimes the review embargoes don't lift until like the day of or the day before, especially if you're the guy waiting for the reviews to come out. It's just fucking scary times.
Scary times. No, but what I remember that was getting full price AAA games at 60. Since you're since you're already afraid of that, like how do you feel about that?
Uh,
For
for $70 game, now it's actually more scary because I'm
Mhm.
spending more and I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Didn't you? But you got Returnal, right?
I did, and
That was
that
that
game
was
is not
70.
worth 70.
Mm.
It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but even the devs didn't think it was worth 70. As
What about Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank, that game, for the experience it gave me, I'd say it's worth 70, but I think I would have been happier at a 60.
I think anyone's happier with a cheaper price.
Anyone's happier with the cheaper
Yeah.
price, but it's you never know. And I don't know.
Can't think of many games worth
70.
70.
Yeah, it's and that's like
I was gonna make the joke and say, but Dying Light does, but even that,
yeah.
I
Would you
have to
even want to
admit it
pay
does
70?
not. I mean,
You already paid 60
I
for it
I twice.
twice.
No, World War Cyberpunk wasn't a broken mess. I would have probably paid 70 for that if everything that was
Yeah,
promised with it.
if
came.
everything was good, like
Yeah.
yeah, sure, $70 for it. But as it is right now, we're selling the game at GameStop pre-owned for $5.
Hmm.
For what game?
Cyberpunk.
That's still too expensive.
It's just like people come in and it's like,
That
yeah, how
being
much is
said,
Cyberpunk? And we're like, it's $5. Do you
Oh
want
shit.
it? And they're like, is it worth it? And we're like,
No.
we want to sell you this game, but no. My favorite is
being
people
said,
coming in to buy the GTA trilogy because so we're
Oh.
selling the GTA trilogy, but technically it's not out because
How much was that?
60.
Oh
So
no.
here's the thing.
I bought it.
When it came in, right?
I
It
still have,
only came into our store because Rockstar fucked up and accidentally sent copies out to get shipped. And so they sent the company email and said, "Yeah, if you get it, just sell it." Right? It's already out there. Sell it if you can. But
if you
if you
can.
can't. And what's crazy is we are selling it.
I still have, I, since I bought it on PC, I get to claim 2 free
Yeah,
Rockstar
you got
games,
I thought didn't
which
they
I still have to do.
yeah, I did hear about that if you bought the trilogy, you get an extra game for free.
I get another
What,
one now
what,
too.
I
what would
mean,
that game be?
can't you just get Vice City and San
Uh,
Andreas for free because they put it back up on the store?
Oh.
yeah, but the thing is it's the mobile port.
Well, that's the same one that's on
So
Xbox and PS4, right?
no.
I heard the PS4 port is just the mobile game, is the mobile port.
Oh, then it might be, but it does not control with a keyboard, mouse, or Xbox controller on
That's
PC.
that's fun. Yeah, Ernest, did you know that when they released the GTA trilogy on the Rockstar launcher, they removed Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 3 from all digital storefronts?
I did know that. I think you guys told me.
And then when the trilogy was getting, everything with that, they put it back up on the storefront.
Yeah,
Only on
Yeah,
well,
Rockstar though.
yeah, but like the games you can claim, because you asked, were like GTA 4, the old other GTA's the LA Noir, Bully, stuff like that.
Oh, the other yeah. Actually, you
they
know
should
what,
make Bully
Rocks?
2.
LA Noir would probably be a good one to get for free.
Mm.
Probably. But they should make Bully 2 one day.
Is Manhunt up on there?
It
Because that's
might
one that
be.
Rockstar forgets all the time that they made Manhunt. I forget what games
I think I
Rockstar has
could have
actually
gotten Max
published.
Payne 3 for free,
I mean,
but I didn't.
how much did you pay for Max Payne 3?
I think it was like $5 or $6.
You're fine.
It's
You're fine.
a lot of. I've had a lot of fun with it so far.
Yeah.
So
I
Did
bought the Max Payne games.
did Rockstar publish the other Max Payne games? Who was?
no, it was just 3. I think it was Remedy.
I don't think
Could
Remedy
be. I could be
self-published.
way
Remedy
wrong.
made them. I don't think they
Well, that's what I
self-published.
meant.
Yeah.
Rockstar didn't publish it though. I know that.
Um, publishers. Oh, it was 2K.
Mm.
Yep, I think.
Back before the sports days.
Yeah. Well, no, they always had it. I think.
Well, not the grind that they have now.
Yeah, not. It's not. Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, they were public. The
Round
first game was
2.
published by Gathering of
Right.
Developers, and
Is
then
that
Round
what they're
2.
called, or it
that
was a
no
gathering of
no no
developers?
no that was literally what the publisher was called, and then
Huh.
Max Payne 3 was made and published by Rockstar.
They should make Max Payne 4 as well.
I don't know how they have the license. I guess Take-Two bought it or something. I don't know if Rockstar is the prime candidate to be making Max Payne games, but if
I
they
mean,
Why,
if they work, if
they
they
make
work, they
good things
work.
when they care.
I mean, they
When
made
they
3
when
and
they
they were
put
good.
7 years into making a game and putting a shit ton of money into horse testicles, like they did with Red Dead 2.
Waiting for that to happen with real testicles in GTA 6.
I would like for them to just make a new game.
Yep. It's not like they didn't just make a new game with Red Dead 2. But
That was years
That
ago.
was 2018, wasn't it?
yeah, 3 years ago.
Mhm.
I mean, they go like 7 years without making a game, like all the time. So
Well, that's not true. Red Dead 1 came out in 2010, and GTA 5 came out in 2013.
that's true.
So,
And what was the time gap between what Red Dead 1 and GTA 4?
2008, 2010. So that's 2
2
years.
years. Okay.
But now that they can print money from GTA 5,
From
why would they
GTA
make it?
5, yeah. Why would they make another game? Unless it takes like a million years, like Red Dead 2.
Maybe.
Red Dead 2's half off right now. Kind of
So it's
tempted, even
30.
though I know I'm not. Yeah,
I can get it for
I'm kind of
20 at
tempted.
work.
But
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna have
not
to
on PC.
Yeah, but not on
for
PC.
console.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Wait, get it for what? PS4? Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh, bonjour, bonjour.
I could also
Not a
just
good idea.
I mean, it's not like it ran bad on
no.
last gen consoles.
It
I
was
remember
made.
playing it on the Xbox
Yeah,
and
it
it
was
was good.
made to work on the last gen
No, no, no,
consoles.
no. It's just Gabe's PS4.
Yeah, he's talking about
That's
my specific PS4. That's a goddamn jet engine. Dude,
Well,
I was
that's just
trying to play.
PS4s.
I was trying to play Tales of Arise, and I couldn't hear the cutscenes over my console. Just
That is
going.
bad.
And
Mhm.
you know what's funny? When it got into actual gameplay, my PS4 shut the fuck up. But when it was in cutscenes,
Anime cutscenes.
no, not even just anime cutscenes, just like the regular like CG cutscenes. My
CG
PS4
anime.
was just. And it has also got really funny when I stuck in the Devil May Cry trilogy disc and I just started playing DMC 1 and then I heard nothing. And even 13
Uh,
Sentinels, my PS4 is like nothing when I put that game in.
That's a nothing game. It's like what, 4 GB, I imagine.
It's like 15.
Oh,
It's a lot
that's
of detail in the
I'm quite
environments.
I'm very off, but close.
It's still not a big game. Even Tales of Arise isn't even that big a game. It's like 30 gigs. Or at
Well,
least
for
storage wise, but it's a
for
big
the
game. It's a
PS4,
big game.
that is like 100. That's a lot for the
Oh,
PS4.
I
Okay,
don't
give us
know
some
what
credit.
I think about that.
What?
Just the game I'm
Oh,
playing.
yeah. I'm just not too big on the whole $70 game thing. It's like Demon Souls was 70. Really?
Yeah.
A
Well,
remake of a 10-year-old game at that
and
point?
it's not even a vast difference, is it? Just huge
Yeah,
graphical
I
upgrade.
still want it.
It's
I wanted
good.
to.
It's good.
I also just want a PS5 so bad, so I haven't a reason to play Spider-Man again.
No,
I just
no
want
more
to play.
Spider-Man.
I just want to play Spider-Man again.
No, no more Spider-Man, please.
What do you mean, no more Spider-Man?
I played it too
Ernest
much.
played a lot of the
Played the
DLC.
fuck.
He
Played the
played
hell out of
the
it.
shit out of the game and now never wants to play it again. So he's just
Wow,
encouraging everyone to never play it.
No, not
don't
for
play
me.
it.
I just don't want to hear it. It's like because it brings you back. Like, oh, but the more I hear, the less I want to play it.
I mean,
Every time.
I'm just gonna run through the campaign again.
That's what I did
That's
when I
all I
wanted
want to do. I'm
to
not
get a
gonna like
trophy.
play the DLC and stuff.
Oh, play the DLC. Well, the
The
last two.
DLC is bad.
Which one?
I did not enjoy my time with any of the DLC.
Really? I
Hmm.
thought the first one was meh.
You
But
also found the Spider-Man gameplay loop really annoying. So,
yeah, I did.
After,
The
you're talking about
the-
me or Ernest?
you, Sebastian, because I remember you complaining to me about it, but I guess Ernest too now in
oh,
conversation.
I
Yeah,
got bored of it after a while.
because like I mentioned in my review, I guess of it, I guess when they just spawned an enemy after enemy for even the side missions, they had like a whole fucking army of it, and I was like, what the hell? This is an exaggeration. Stop it.
I'm getting flashbacks down to the Tombstone level. With
Yeah.
the one Tombstone quest where you're just outside of his place and just wave after wave after wave of Tombstone goons show up. I was like, okay, I guess we're here now.
As much as I don't want to play the first Spider-Man game anymore, I'm excited for the second game.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited for the second game. And
Whenever that comes out.
what was it? What 2023?
Yeah, but when?
2023.
Yeah, but when? It's gonna say like, oh, late December. Fuck. Really late.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
gonna
waiting.
be
Hmm?
that's gonna be 70 hours.
What?
Can I get it? That's gonna be 70. Spider-Man
Yeah,
2.
yeah, it'll definitely be 70. I'm a bitch. I'll buy it. I mean, Wolverine's probably gonna be 70, and I know how
It's
much you
gonna be.
can buy a
Oh,
Wolverine.
listen, when that comes out, it's gonna be 80. It's gonna be.
It'll be $80. And I'll be like, bitch, you better be more than
Don't
you'll be better be more than 20 hours.
don't say that.
Don't
It's
say
gonna
that.
But yeah,
happen.
what's the good minimum for you guys? Like, what's the for like a game in general? What do you think the good time frame for it should be, where it's worth like 60
Well, depends.
bucks?
I think that depends on the game.
So let's say just a
Yeah.
regular action adventure kind of game,
Um,
like a third person action game.
okay. Let me think. Like, what's the best type? Oh shit. Well, fucking. I hate to say it, but Arkham Knight is it's a long game. Lots of side missions that you can't finish. Not
Right, but
Are you
overloaded.
saying? Are
let's
you
okay,
asking
let's
for
keeping
the bare minimum?
I'm saying bare minimum. What do you think is acceptable? Not the best.
That's-
Like, what is acceptable to warrant a $60 purchase? This is just campaign. No side missions, no extra content, just
Oh, okay.
straight through the game as God intended.
Okay. God
What's
of
the
War.
bare minimum amount of, no, not the example. Like, what is the bare minimum time frame for what, like,
Well,
before it's
if I'm naming the game,
warrant?
it's the length of that game.
Yeah. So like
So
20 to 30 hours for you,
mhm.
Sebastian.
Um, for a $60 game,
Like, what would you expect and be happy if it met that mark?
uh,
Well, I hope it works.
Well,
I
that
don't
too.
know. I'm really picky with what I spend $60 on. Uh,
Like, if Dying
I
Light
mean,
2 was not X amount of hours, would you be disappointed?
if Dying Light 2, I mean, I'm gonna sink so much time into that no
Hold on,
matter what.
can we consider
Also,
replay value?
I don't think that's yeah, I don't think that's fair for Dying Light 2 because like with all the information on how it is, there is a precedent to how much time I expect it to be versus not including these $60.
Okay.
Because as the game is right now, I would expect a campaign playthrough to be like between 10 and 15 hours.
Right.
10 being bare minimum, 15 being I'm heavily satisfied. And also, like Ernest said, I feel like replayability super factors in
Yeah.
when they are putting critical decisions in every single
Right.
mission in the game
So, okay.
that completely impacts the game.
All right. So, replayability is a good point. So, if a game is like good enough at a whatever the fuck time frame, it should be fine to be a shorter game. If it's just heavily replayable like a Metroid Dread
If
or
if I'm going to
even a
play a
Guardians,
game, if I'm going to play a game 6 times over and it's $60
it better
and
be
each
worth it.
put no, if I know for a fact I'm going to play a game 6 times over, I don't care if it's 4 or 5 hours. If I know I'm going to play it that 6 times.
Mhm.
But
What if
then
you
it's
don't? What if
worth
you
the
don't know?
sixty
What if
dollars
you're
to me.
heading into it completely fresh, no expectation? If you're just heading
Assuming the
into yeah,
game, assuming it's a good game, and I'm going to play it once, and it is $60, I would say I want to at least get 12 hours out of it, 10
and
to
that's
12
just like straight
hours.
through a campaign, no side stuff, no side content.
Oh, not with any side stuff.
Yeah, just
Probably
like blasting through
like
the campaign, almost
I'd
speed
uh,
run
I'd
level.
I'd bump it down to like 8 hours,
Mhm.
but it better have that side stuff to give it that
Yeah, to give it
two,
the extra.
3 hours of time.
Yep. In earnest, you're like 20 to 30, or maybe
It
a little
depends.
less now.
It depends on the game. Like if it's like a really linear experience with nothing else like multiplayer, say Metroid Dread, and that's a pretty short game.
Yeah,
So
the Metroid games are known for being pretty short.
yeah, but then again, replay value is
Replay
like a
value.
big thing.
Yeah,
That game's like under I don't know 6 hours.
yeah.
I think
You can beat it in way less
like
time,
an
but that's
hour.
like yeah, you can beat it in like an
Yeah,
hour
Mm.
if you really wanted to. But you can also beat Breath of the Wild in like 16 minutes, and that game is like a 50-hour game.
I
Mhm.
also think fun is a huge factor.
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
having a
I
lot of
don't
fun,
i-
you're gonna spend a lot of time playing it. Like for me, Far Cry
if
6, I know I'm gonna dump like 50 hours when it's said and done.
if I'm playing a boring game and it's 100 hours long and it's not fun,
You're
that
gonna
is not
drop
worth
it.
my sixty
Yeah, you're
dollars.
not gonna drop. You're not gonna drop the
But
60 on it because it's not gonna be worth your time.
but if it's like 4 or 5 hours of like the most perfect, finely tuned gameplay I've ever played, with like the most perfect story I've ever heard, or like seen, I can't really be mad at that.
Yeah,
Like I can be like, well, it
I could have wished it
shouldn't
for a little
really be
more.
$60 for how long it is, but like it is a perfect game.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I sit on that.
So then that kind of comes at expectation of like you get a bigger game like a Dying Light 2 or some giant open world game like Cyberpunk. Everybody thought that game was gonna be like 200 hours, and the campaign was like what, beaten in like 15 hours,
even less, I guess.
even less or something like that. But
And
the
it's
the
just not
the
fun to play.
the extra like world content brought the game's playtime up significantly.
Yep.
But then of course there was just the game didn't work. But even something
It
like a
wasn't fun.
Skyrim is a pretty long game, but there's also so much you can do in that world.
I might mod Cyberpunk a bit and try it out again to see how it is.
Is there mod tools out for it?
Of course. They support modding, like the devs.
Oh, do these modders somehow fix the code? Do these
I
make the
know they
game
fixed
better?
all of the. I know they fixed the police system, and police don't spawn directly behind you, and they'll actually get in vehicles.
Hmm.
So that.
I wish I didn't have to
Also,
mod a game to make it good.
yeah. Well, Skyrim.
Skyrim is a good game when you play it. It's just a broken one. It's
Uh,
a broken
is
game.
it really that good,
I don't know if it's
or
like
does it just, or
that
does it,
good. It was definitely
is it
overhyped.
good? Is it good or is it iconic?
It's definitely iconic.
It's iconic.
I think it's more iconic than good.
I mean, having played Skyrim, I can say it's a good game. It's just, yeah, it's definitely overrated, but it's iconic at this
Mhm.
point. Everybody knows
I mean,
Skyrim.
Yeah.
a lot of people still like Oblivion.
Yeah, Oblivion.
Right. I'm gonna
Is that
head
game
out.
iconic or good?
Okay.
I'm gonna head out, play some Tarkov for a bit. If you guys are still on, when I'm done, I'll come back.
But
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Oblivion is still a pretty popular game. New Vegas is another one that's like
yeah,
such a popular game.
I was thinking back to the length of the game and then, like how fun it is, and then I just thought of basically the perfect example being Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, that game doesn't have like anything outside of like linear content, and that game's like what, 15, 20 hours?
About and well, Bloody Palace is there, but
Yeah. But if you're just like mainlining the story, which is what the game kind of wants you to do, 'cause it's a linear game, Yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah.
there for at least 15 hours.
And it's got a lot of replay
There's a
value.
lot of replay value. But
So yeah,
it's
there's that.
that game is worth $60 for what you're getting. There's also like fighting games, which
Yeah,
inherently are not worth $60, but they have to
yeah. I don't think
fill the game with so much content to make it worth that. So whether it be online or other kind of like oh god, what is it? What is it called? Jesus. Um,
thing is, fighting games
customization.
are.
Customization.
Well, yeah, thing is, fighting games are just replay value. That is all they are.
Yeah. And shooters, competitive shooters.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, are those really worth 60?
Oh, there are your Call of Duties was like the campaign back in the
Yeah,
days.
but yeah, no one plays those
When,
games for campaigns anymore.
when that was the reason that you did buy Call of Duty games was because of the campaign back then.
For like what, Modern Warfare?
Modern Warfare 2. Well, Modern Warfare 2 gave birth to this whole multiplayer thing.
I mean, the multiplayer in COD and Modern Warfare blew up.
Yeah, but Modern Warfare 2 basically embraced this whole.
Yeah.
Is the
Multiplayer is the
reason why.
big deal. It's the
Mhm.
reason why you buy the game.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was simply ruined Call of Duty.
it was the reason. It didn't ruin Call of Duty, but it was the reason why I played for a long time. I bought it so I could play the multiplayer. It's
Well,
it's what you
I
did.
actually, I actually want to kind of want to push back on that a little bit. It kind of did ruin Call of Duty, like in the way that it is the way it is today. Just basically just multiplayer. Release this, release that. Here you go. Same game each year. Same game every year. Here's the formula. There you go. It's still making a lot of money, so it saved Call of Duty, but it also kind of ruined it with the way it just is now.
I guess that's true, but that depends on what you think of even the multiplayers that you play, and they definitely are different between each game.
Different.
I believe so. Having played many Call of Duty games, I can tell you that there are some that are very different from the other. Just aesthetically, gameplay. I mean, at the end of the day, it is still shoot the guy, whoever shoots first wins. Right? There's no strategy. But
Aesthetically, well,
aesthetically, they
mm,
do change up every so often.
oh sure, but gameplay wise, they were the same until, dare I say, Advanced Warfare.
I don't know
But
why you said dare you say. Because,
oh,
yeah,
because that
it
game isn't fun.
changed. That game definitely changed.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'm saying that because it isn't fun.
I found it enjoyable.
Advanced
I
Warfare.
enjoyed my time with Advanced Warfare when I played it. Would I want to
I,
go back to it today? Fuck no.
mm,
But back then, I had a good time. I had a good time.
Black Ops 3
I
sort of
know
embraced
you hate
Advanced
Black Ops
Warfare. No,
3.
hold on.
Hey,
It's a compliment. It's sort
it
of,
embraced Advanced Warfare. I think it definitely
but it
improved
made
it
it
too.
better. Made it improve.
It made it so
Embraced
much
it.
better.
Made it. Yeah.
But it also made it like 10 times worse. The supply drop system
I
and
was
the
talking
way
more gameplay wise.
and
Not.
well, at that point, it became gameplay because now you're trying to get gameplay items in loot boxes that it's better to pay for than actually earn because the earn rate was so slow. It took them forever to add the ability to burn duplicate items that you get for more currency.
And then Infinite Warfare came out. No one liked that one.
And no one liked that one, but it made so many improvements to the supply drop system. Like Infinite Warfare has a really good supply drop system where you can earn everything in the game incredibly fast just by
Okay.
playing.
But
But
Infinite
no
Warfare might
one played Infinite Warfare.
thing is that might just actually be like the worst multiplayer in the
It
series.
probably is. It well, no, Black Ops 4 exists. That's the worst multiplayer in any Call of Duty game.
Black Ops 4?
Black Ops 4.
Mm,
Black Ops 4's
no.
multiplayer is the most sluggish, like annoying to play competitive shooters I have ever played.
Hmm.
And I say that with full confidence as someone, well, no, maybe not full confidence because I didn't play the game much, But
Much of Black Ops or
Black Ops
Infinite Warfare?
4. Black Ops 4. I played quite a bit of Infinite Warfare. But Black Ops 4, I could not be bothered to play that game's multiplayer any more than like a few hours every so often. I just was so bored by it.
My team is trash. Speaking of multiplayer,
That's right, you're playing Halo Infinite right now.
but I hear more backlash for Infinite Warfare's multiplayer than I do for Black Ops's.
Well, no one bought Black Ops 4. So, definitely, yeah.
Well, no one bought Infinite Warfare either. That's a really low selling game too.
More people probably bought Infinite Warfare than Black Ops 4 because it came bundled in with Modern Warfare Remastered.
Well, let's check the stats. Why don't we?
Go for it.
That's cool.
Pull it up. Call of Duty. Oh, God. Sales charts. So, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare did sell more than Black Ops 4. The lowest selling Call of Duty was Black Ops 4.
Oh, wow.
14.3 million copies sold. And oh no, wait, what? Oh no, Infinite Warfare is the lowest selling Call of Duty, but only by a million. Only by a million. Which is crazy. It's because this list is set up by year and not by sale. Okay, so that'd actually be incorrect. The lowest selling Call of Duty was the original Call of Duty.
Well,
But
obviously,
in recent years, it would go to Infinite Warfare. Like World War II sold more than Infinite Warfare than in Black Ops 4.
What a strange to say that because the backlash is more on this game because of the selling points. Well, I don't know about that. I'm definitely talking like more like mainstream coverage, like YouTube videos and whatnot.
Well, Black Ops 4 kind of dipped off the internet because of it was Black Ops 4. But Infinite Warfare, I do remember seeing quite a bit of internet coverage of it.
A bit?
I saw quite a bit.
I mean, man, back then when this was sort of thing, second most disliked YouTube video
of all time was the Infinite Warfare trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it sure did get a lot of views.
It sure did.
It sure did. Black Ops 4 just kind of came and went. Like it had no lasting power at all. Like by the time the last thing I heard about that game was right when the final DLC came out, and I was like, "This game's still out."
I heard of it was when it was free on PS Plus.
When did they make it free on PS Plus?
I don't know. I forgot. It was probably this year.
Well, sure, it didn't matter for me. I bought the game digitally, so.
You fool.
And I bought it on sale.
You fool. You've wasted your money.
I sure as hell got my playtime out of it, though.
You must not hate it that much.
I sure do hate it. But I played it like crazy because I'm a fucking fool.
You fool.
That was my quarantine game. Well, there was many quarantine games, but that was the one I played the most. I feel like
an idiot many hours.
I sure did drop many hours into it.
Yeah, not my time.
That sure
How could you?
A game I played.
Honestly, fuck it. I don't like wasting money, but I also like wasting time.
Yeah, I don't like wasting time. I just at this point, man, just give me a fun game that can last me a while, and then I can dip and never play it again. Like, it's probably why I like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart so much. Because it's a fun game. It's really enjoyable, really well made. It's just a linear, straightforward game. I can play it and then never play it again if I don't want to.
You don't replay games that much, do you?
I don't. Usually, if I want to play a game, I play it, maybe never touch it again, and then I go on to the next game. I I don't go back often.
That's really important to me, replay value, because if I like a game that much that I can just play it again,
Yeah.
it's worth
Well, the
something.
games that I like enough, I go back to,
There's
but
not that many, is it?
there's not that many that I do.
And a lot of those kind of Black Ops games, like Call of Duty games, right?
Yeah. And a lot of them are just games I played when I was a kid to death, and then
Oh,
I
what would
don't
those
have
be?
the
I'm curious.
yeah, let me get to the. So I definitely played the shit out of Sonic Unleashed. I know I played through that game at least 4 times. Um, Borderlands 2 I've played a few times. Infamous 2, I think I only played that once, but because it wasn't my copy, so I had to give it back. Pokemon Diamond I played a lot. New Super Mario Brothers Wii, I played that. So I
Oh,
feel like
fuck yeah.
everyone did. I feel like everyone played through
Yeah.
that game like five
It was
times.
it was a family game. I
Yeah,
played with my family all the time.
yeah, it was. You could play that game a million times. Um, a Fire Emblem Awakening, I played it at least like 6 playthroughs.
Yeah.
Uncharted 2, I beat. I think I beat it more than once, but I know I for sure beat it once. Spider Man, I've only beaten it once,
But that
but that is
favorite
a
game of all
game.
time, huh?
That is, yeah, but sure is a game I could play over and over and over again until I want to shoot myself in the face.
Oh, welcome to my world.
But yeah, there is quite a few. 2 Call of Duty games that I have played to death. Well, no, there's 3 Call of Duty games I've played. 4 Call of Duty games I played to death. 2 are worth mentioning because they're actually really, really good.
Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2.
Oh,
But yeah, Black Ops 3, I played a fuck ton.
hey, you didn't call that one really, really good. Uh-oh.
It's a good game. I'm not going to tell
Hmm.
you it's the greatest game ever made. Fuck off if you do believe that.
IGN.
I just want to talk.
I just want to talk. That's what it stands for.
Yep. Force Unleashed, I know I played a few times. On
Which one?
PSP, but
Just the first one?
yes.
Uh,
I only played through this Force Unleashed 2 once. If I had a PS3 copy of Shattered Dimensions, I'd probably play it a few times.
Oh, well, I did play that game a few times. It is very good.
Yep.
I didn't get sick of it.
Yeah, Pokemon
I,
Diamond. I think I said that already, but Pokemon Diamond played a
yeah.
few times. But it's a Pokemon game. You can play through those so many times. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Fire Emblem games are usually ones I'll replay. Just because those games are made to kind of like, okay, who do you want to use this time? How are you
So
going to
I have
play a
gone,
map differently?
yeah, and I have gone pretty wild on the games that I've
Yeah,
played.
you seem to
Replayed
kind of
also.
replay every single game you play it like 5 times.
I can. Like, man, I think the game I played the most out of all of them will be
Metal Gear
Arkham
Solid
City.
4.
I don't know, Arkham City, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I've played it
that's believable.
yeah.
I would
I've
have
played
thought you'd
Metal
say
Gear Solid 4.
MGS4
Hmm?
or Arkham Knight. I would have thought you
Is that,
played that a million
yeah,
times.
but MGS4 is in the top of the games that I've replayed the most because I've only played MGS4 3 times.
That's a long game.
Okay. It is a pretty long game. If you skip cutscenes, it's pretty shorter.
Yeah, like
And if you
10,
know
like 15 hours shorter.
yeah, and if you know what you're doing, if you also know what you're doing, it's gonna help a lot too.
Yeah.
Um, I played all the Arkham games more than once. Origin, no, Asylum being the least. City was probably 6 times I've replayed that game.
Fuck me.
Uh, Asylum twice.
I mean, I know I just said I've played Fire Emblem Awakening like 6 times, but goddamn, Arkham City is a much longer game than
Is
Fire
it?
Emblem Awakening is.
I usually assume
Awakening's like a 20, 25 hour game if you're not doing If you're
That
not like
was.
maxing out every single unit in the game and doing all their shit.
Oh yeah.
Arkham City is a much longer game.
Yeah, especially on New Game Plus. It's
Harder
nightmare.
difficulties and stuff like that.
Yeah, the best way to play Arkham City is with the New Game Plus harder difficulty. It's so much fun. Arkham Knight is probably 4 times, probably.
Oh damn. The
Yeah.
completionist time for Fire Emblem Awakening is 107 hours. And Arkham City's 100% is 55
Oh,
for the Game of the
there you
Year
go.
edition.
Oh well, I've never 100%ed Arkham City. That's impossible.
Apparently it's not.
For me. Yeah, for me at least, it's like 600 riddle trophies. I don't want to. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna play the campaign over and over again, and do some really cool side missions and whatnot. It's fine.
Pick and choose what you want to play.
Call of Duty games, I played a bunch with the campaigns. I think Black Ops is my most played, of course.
I've played it like twice.
I see, and then I've replayed. I think I've replayed Uncharted 2 like 3 times,
Yeah,
probably.
I don't replay games. I don't know. I'm kind of the mind of just you play it once and if you like it enough, you play it again. I thought about replaying Guardians on New Game Plus, and then just didn't do. I just didn't want to. I just
I'm
ended up
planning
wanting to
on that.
play a different game.
I'm planning it's a long game, so probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just me. I don't really like replaying games unless the game is like a multiplayer game and it's made to be played over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too big on that.
I see.
But I know a lot of people are. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Oh shit, Paul Cybertron. I can't even count that shit.
I mean, there are
Better
certain
not.
games that I definitely wanted to replay. I think South Park, when I beat South Park The Fractured But Whole, I immediately felt like replaying it,
That was
but
pretty good.
I just never did it. And same with
Yeah.
Borderlands 3. I was like, "Oh, I should play this again." And then I didn't.
And then I didn't.
But Borderlands 3 and Fractured But Whole are definitely games that you can replay multiple times because there's a lot of content in them, but those are also RPGs. So like, what do you want to do? Yeah. Well, that steered off of topic really fast, didn't it?
Well, we talked about games,
We were
so
talking
the
about
topic's
$70
still there.
games, yeah. Yeah, I
Topic
mean,
is
at the
still
end of the
there.
day, I don't really want to pay $70 for a game unless it gives me hours and hours of content that I can enjoy and replay.
Witcher 3.
Excuse me.
That's not it.
Witcher
That's not it.
3.
That's not even 70. You can get
No,
that right now.
it's like 40 right now, isn't it?
Well, is it on sale?
It's probably on sale.
Yeah. So there you go.
But not everyone's gonna like Witcher 3 or want to play through it. Because it's
Uh,
a very, very long game.
I don't know. It's considered one of the best games ever made.
Still, Skyrim is considered one of the greatest games ever made, and not everyone wants to play Skyrim.
Cause that
Everyone,
game's old.
not everyone wants to.
Actually,
Witcher 3 is pretty old now
2015. A lot of people will want to play Skyrim more because of the mods.
because of mods.
Yeah.
And then Witcher 3 is just a really long RPG. No, and for some reason, and for some people, RPGs are just a hard sell because you're telling someone, "Oh, I gotta play this game for like 100 hours." The fuck, I got things to do.
What is the highest selling RPG of all time?
Probably Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Probably Skyrim.
Shit,
Either Skyrim or like Breath of the Wild or something. And even
What the what counts?
Does Breath of the Wild count? That's a thing. Because like Legend of Zelda is an RPG technically, right? But
Legend
I
of
feel
Zelda.
like
Which one?
it's just the original.
Oh, how so?
It is a role playing game. Technically, you play as Link in exploring a vast world where you have to, get new items and do things. It's like technically an RPG, but just
I
not the
don't
way
know.
we think about it today.
At this point, we with that logic, I feel like we consider every game an RPG.
Yeah. Like
So,
we just kind of define RPGs as a very specific thing. Because like, I mean, Breath of the Wild like has aspects of RPGs. It's just not really considered one. But also, I feel like a lot of games now just have RPG elements,
I mean,
like
when we
gear systems and
you see when I think of RPG, I don't always I the first reason the role playing part doesn't come to my head. It's just role playing. It doesn't come to my head because at that point I just think, oh, GTA 5 Online is a role playing game, basically.
basically even Call of Duties at this point are kind of role playing games. You create your character and or you pick your character and you
Oh
kind of
well,
customize them and you customize what you're using, your outfit, your kits, and
I was definitely more in favor with GTA 5 because online you can
create your character and do
basically
whatever the
do
fuck you want,
whatever you want.
even if it breaks the game.
hmm Call of Duty is definitely more linear on that. I guess we're playing as a soldier. That's it.
But you're doing a lot of customization.
A lot of games have a lot of customization.
Yeah. Dark Souls is definitely an RPG.
hmm
Definitely. I don't know. There's a lot of games. I guess keeping on that topic, I know this one's a little close to your heart. Splinter Cell remake.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. How do you think they'll fuck it up?
They will. I mean, Ubisoft. I mean, with the rumors of it being an open world game,
No, 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 no. That's not. No, it's not.
uh, it's not.
No, it's a remake of Splinter Cell 1.
Oh, remake. Yeah, they could remake it into open world game. There you go.
They're not going.
Uh,
They said they're not going to.
so, um, I don't know. Like, have remakes ever gone
You're
badly?
glitching out.
Oh, I was gonna say, have remakes ever gone badly?
There
Like,
was a man. There was one of the Mana games got remade, and it was like awful. Apparently,
mana games.
like the Trials of Mana or something like that. I think it was no Secret of Mana got a remake that was really bad.
Mm.
Um, Trying to think of other remakes that didn't go well. Um, I'm sure there's others. I mean, no, the GoldenEye remake wasn't bad. I heard. Uh, I don't know. I can't really think of any too many off the top of my head.
I guess
I can
Resident
think
Evil
of
3.
many. I can think of many remasters. Probably
Oh well, yeah.
plenty of
Well,
remasters that didn't exactly go the greatest.
I was gonna say, I guess Resident Evil 3.
Resident Evil 3 is still a like acceptable game. It is not a bad game. It's just a really short one.
Yeah, shorter. I mean, if you're shorter than the original, and
Right.
you're a remake,
Yeah.
that's a it's got pretty. It's a pretty big fuck up.
Yeah.
Not to the point where you're just unplayable or something like that.
I heard Dark Souls Remastered wasn't that great.
It was not.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
But it's still like a good game, apparently. It just didn't like I guess like the graphics weren't the greatest, but
Yeah, it's like the Arkham Master Trilogy. I never got it. It looked unacceptable for being next gen
at the time.
at the time.
At,
I mean, like,
you said next gen, so at the time it was next gen.
oh, next gen when it got remastered for PS4.
Yep.
Yeah. And whatnot. So
I mean, they are the only way to play the games on the next gen system,
yeah, but you
which
could get on
is
PC.
yeah. But not everyone has a PC.
That's true. Get a PC.
Yeah, just shell $1,000 on a machine.
Well, if you can, you know what I'm saying? Only if possible.
I mean, I do know the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit remaster was just kind of funny because it barely looks better than the original game.
Really?
The original Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is like one of the most gorgeous looking games ever. So when they ported it, well, they remastered it to PS4 and Xbox One, it still looked really good. It didn't look a whole lot better than the original game. But also, I could
Yeah.
just be remembering with having the rose tinted glasses on that. I could pop the game in now and it could look like shit, but I remember it looking really, really good.
It's the benefit of, I guess. Well, isn't it a place to look again to look really good at night? Most racing games do.
It looked good in the day.
Oh.
It looked really, really good in the day.
I've
Like,
always liked
like if you were to look up gameplay of it, it looks incredible.
I've always liked Need for Speed with the neon colors and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was always nice.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit had like the ability to kind of roam around during the day if you wanted to.
Well, every Need for Speed game has that, right? So
Well, I don't believe so. Not every single one, but definitely Need for Speed Hot Pursuit did. You could do it as both police and racer.
oh,
Because the game had like a dual playtime where you could play missions as a racer or play as a cop trying to stop the racers. Yeah, dude, I'm looking at this now, 1080p 60 FPS on a PS3, and the game looks gorgeous.
mm.
Yeah,
A lot of games on PS3 hold up graphically.
right. But this one in particular is still looks really good for being on the PS3 and 360, right?
Uh, again, I thought a lot of games on the PS3, few of them look really good.
It's a
I'm like,
really small selection of games that still look really good.
yeah, Last of Us,
But also,
PS3.
yeah, Last of Us, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I don't know. There's not too many games that like still look great.
Yeah, Crisis 3, Halo 4.
Yeah, Halo 4.
Um, GTA 5 GTA 5 on PS3 and Xbox looks pretty
Sure,
good.
sure. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the Hot Pursuit remaster does look better than the original, but it's one of those like barely situations.
Basically a port at this point.
It's basically a port. Just now with like PS4 and Xbox One capabilities of like faster loading and it's a more powerful system. But the game still looked really good back then, and now it just looks better. Or not, based on this gameplay. I don't know. Kind of looks weird right now.
Let me think about that for a second. Oh wait. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because this is the remaster that I'm looking at, and it doesn't. Okay, now it's looking pretty good, but it's also outside in the mountains where you could kind of drive and get the best views. I don't know. My sister has the remaster, so I'm gonna have to check her
Does she like it?
Xbox and play it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how the freaking Splinter Cell remake goes, I guess.
Well, I hope they don't fuck it up, but they might.
They might. They'll throw an NFT in there somewhere.
Because
Yeah.
the thing is, Ubisoft doesn't like they don't make like they've only made very few, no, not very few. That's a lie. They made some pretty terrible games. Um, but when they but when they do make a good game,
It's usually pretty good.
it's something else.
Yeah.
And they've not, and I don't believe
they've made some good genre defining titles.
I don't believe they made a bad Splinter Cell game yet. I believe they made a bad one.
Well, this one's
I'm
being
not sure.
headed up by devs who've worked on the original Splinter Cell games and love the franchise and they want to respect it. But I don't know, man. I don't know
Oh,
how that's gonna go.
well, the trilogy, the first three games are the better out of the franchise. So, and Chaos Theory is one of the best games ever made.
They had like a saying that's like respect the goggles or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it's
That's
good to
very
bring back the stealth genre.
boomer tier.
It's very boomer, but it's a good idea to bring back stealth games, especially if we're not going to get that Metal Gear Solid remake, right? So if it's got to be Splinter Cell, hey, let it be Splinter Cell.
You mean especially that we're not gonna get that Metal Gear
Especially
Solid
that we're not
remake.
getting that Metal Gear Solid remake that it
That,
desperately
saying
needs.
saying that fits my core, but it might never ever happen.
It's not with Konami in the way.
Sony, buy it. I believe in you. Make a good business decision, please.
Yes, please stop buying these studios that are making you a lot of money right now and buy Konami.
Hey, Metal Gear might make them a lot of money. Not only that, but
Castlevania,
Castlevania and
Silent Hill.
no.
Yeah, they've got a lot of franchises they're doing nothing with. Like
Mm,
Sega gets a lot of shit for just pumping out Sonic and Yakuza games, but
making money.
man, Konami is just like they have a
Hold on, at least
gold mine of games they do nothing with.
yeah, hold on. At least Sega is pumping games. The fuck are they? The fuck are Konami doing? Make
Nothing.
well make well they're making bank out of pachinko.
They made a Bomberman game a few years back, and
I
that was
played that.
it.
I played that.
The Bomberman game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a Switch launch title, so people played it.
But the
But for
Switch didn't have a
long,
great
probably
launch.
not.
Probably bad. The Switch didn't have a great launch, but so I'm not sure.
Well, it had Breath of the Wild.
Wasn't it?
Hmm?
Wasn't it after like a little bit, or it
No,
just came out
no, same
exactly
day.
with? Okay.
Came out with the Switch.
Oh, neat.
But still, you need multiple, like, pretty hot
Well, holy shit!
sellers.
I mean, don't that's a hot seller. So like 11 million copies.
Something like that. Well, Breath of the Wild?
Probably more than that, I'm
Yeah, it's
sure.
probably way more than that. Yeah, if I could look up the highest selling Switch games, right?
I think a Smash.
The highest grossing Switch game is actually Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh shit!
It's
It
Mario
used to
Kart
be
8
Smash.
Deluxe. No, it was never Smash.
It was. I'm glad I thought it was Smash.
It was apparently never Smash. This is all as of September 30th, so nothing has been updated since then. But yeah, Mario Kart 8 has 38.74 million copies. Animal Crossing New Horizons has 34.85 million copies. Smash Ultimate has 25 million. Breath of the Wild has 24.
So see, it used to be Smash, but then those other
It
games surpassed
was
it.
it. I don't know. I really don't know. I have a feeling it was probably always Mario Kart. And
When the Mario Kart
even if Mario Kart came out 2017,
8 Deluxe.
8 Deluxe came out 2017. It's been out
Hmm.
on the market longer.
Right, right, but let's not forget that for some reason this year Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just sold like a lot more for some
It
reason.
was in a bundle, I think,
Yes,
recently.
same with the Switch. The Switch sold a lot of
Yep.
numbers this year,
And that's
so it
probably
was probably
because of
that.
Animal Crossing, which
Mhm.
in just over a year and a half has sold 34 million copies,
Yeah,
which is great for
and
that franchise. You
then
know,
there's Smash, which release like DLC
Smash
every
will
year,
always make money.
of course.
Smash is never in danger of not making money. Same with
Oh,
Pokemon and same with Mario games and Zelda games. They will always get sold. But
this is Breath of the Wild sold 24.13 million copies.
yeah,
So there you go.
shit ton of copies. And then you have Sword and Shield right under it with 22 million.
Odyssey and 21. Odyssey.
21.
I'm surprised.
That was a pack
Surprised
in
how.
for a lot too, and it was just
Mhm.
the biggest game of 2017 for Nintendo. Like 27 Nintendo 2017 had a really good year.
It was their best year.
It was probably their best year as of late. But like you look at the
Was
top 10 for Switch titles, and it's not super diverse, but it's got some diversity.
like
You got your Mario games in there. You got your Pokemon. But you also got a Zelda in there. You got Animal Crossing. You got Mario Kart, and you've got Splatoon 2
mm,
and a Ring Fit Adventure, which is that game's expensive because it comes in a
indeed it
box
is.
with a bunch of stuff that you have to play. You have to use to play it. But hey, it's a very popular game, Ring Fit Adventure.
Yes.
And then what else? Yeah, they have. Oh shit, Monster Hunter
Which one?
Rise.
The new Rise.
Rise,
Yeah, yeah.
dude. Only one on the Switch.
No,
Well, no,
we got the
Monster
we
Hunter
got the newer
Stories
one.
2,
Mhm.
and I think Monster Hunter 4 Generations in there.
They made like fucking 3 Monster Hunter games in 1 year.
Yeah, buku bucks. Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is in the top 20 highest selling Switch games.
Nice.
Good for them. You also have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is already high up there. 60 million copies sold, and that's just in a few weeks.
That sounds like JoJo names.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Among Us is one of the highest selling Switch games.
What?
Among Us.
That's insane.
Somehow more than Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Are you salty about that?
I'm a little salty about that. But also, Among Us is $5, so
The Fire Emblem Three Houses even sell that much? I
it
assuming it did
did.
sell a lot,
It's the
but not.
it's a high selling Fire Emblem game.
Oh, how much?
2.87 million copies.
2.8?
Yeah, 2.87. If you look at that franchise, it's actually a pretty significant number because, um, like, hold on, let me try to find a list.
No,
The
I
franchise,
wasn't really.
okay, that's actually not correct. It sold 3.02 million copies.
I would have thought Awakening was the highest selling Fire Emblem
Uh,
game.
it wasn't. It was, and then it wasn't, and now it's not, and now it's definitely not. But Awakening is the third highest selling game of the franchise.
I see.
Like, to be clear, Fire Emblem was never a franchise that would sell more than like 800,000 copies at its best. Like, it was never a high selling game. With Awakening, they sold 2.31 million copies on the 3DS. And then Fates came out and sold 3 million copies on the 3DS.
Now wait a minute. That's not good. It's like not even surpassing 800,000.
No.
Hmm.
Well, for that, remember, 800,000 on the Game Boy.
Right.
That was good.
But
That was good for them. Like, that's not bad. 800,000 copies?
all right, but then there's
That's not
the
bad.
what
And
about the
then
Wii games?
their Wii games, well, there was only one Wii game, and it's still not the lowest selling Fire Emblem game, but
But
it was sad.
Yeah.
It sold barely over 400,000 copies on the Wii,
God.
with barely minimal marketing, a poorly done translation. Yeah, but what was really bad was when on the DS, only in Japan, they released, was it Fire Emblem New Mystery of the Emblem? It got 200,000 copies sold in Japan only.
Oh
It was bad.
man, what the
So
fuck? Like
it
I
was
see.
so bad that Fire Emblem Awakening was going to be the last game, and if it
Damn.
didn't sell, the franchise was done.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see a lot of these other games that sell a little better than Fire Emblem dying, but there's Fire Emblem
It's
selling
still going.
not even average, and still going.
Yeah, but also for a long time, Fire Emblem was Japan only. Um,
Yeah.
like the first Fire Emblem game to go to the U.S. was Blazing Sword,
Oh, the best one.
and on the Game Boy or in
How much did it
general.
sell? Oh, well, it's only one to play all the way, so in general for me.
Okay. Well, I was gonna call you dead wrong.
What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say you're dead wrong on both fronts, but if that's the
All
only
right,
one
but
you've played, then
what was gonna be the counter?
I was gonna say Sacred Stones.
I played that one almost all the way.
That game is, I love that game. It's great.
So it's Blazing Blade is better though.
Eh. Like in total, Fire Emblem as a franchise has sold about as much as Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which sold 13.83 million copies
Together or
to-
separately?
together.
Oh fuck.
And Fire Emblem as a franchise has only sold about 15 million copies.
I don't. Why did they make? I'm confused about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I'm confused about those games.
They're remakes
Of
of Gen 1.
which were also two games.
It was 2 games, and then it became 3 games, and then it became 4 games. And then,
Well, they're both full price, and people bought them at full price together. Okay.
well, no, this
Oh
isn't specifically them together. It's like the combined sales of both games.
no. I was saying how they confused me about the fact that they were almost the same game, but they were both full price.
Yep. They were basically the same game with minor differences.
Yeah.
But it was only sometime later they started actually doing like major differences between the games.
Yeah. I don't know. Pokemon fan can sometimes just take the most do like purchase the most unacceptable things that they should not fucking purchase, but
Unless
they do it anyway.
unless it's like Sword and Shield. Remember with that
Mhm.
game was like sacrilegious if you said anything good about it for a long time.
Yeah.
It was like, how dare you support Game Freak? And I'm like, bitch, you're buying the game too.
Okay. But
Like if you don't
no, but
really don't like it, vote with your wallet.
yeah, but I was gonna say even the people who say anything bad about that that thing apparently were the annoying ones, or not me. 'Cause I don't fucking care Pokemon, but like even as someone who like cares about
Mm.
games
Yeah, you
and
like
what they do,
even you heard about the whole Pokemon
like
shit.
yeah, even I can find an issue with the fact that they're doing that
Yeah,
and
and
people
people
can't get
can't get
mad at it.
enough. Well, people were getting mad at it.
Oh yeah, but
It just didn't seem to matter at the end of the day
but I saw
because y'all bought it.
the key. Remember the key video?
I do remember the Key video,
Yeah,
which
where
he made. Honestly, that was my opinion on the matter. It was like, we get your points. You have your right to be upset, but don't shit on everyone who's trying to enjoy the thing, right?
mhm,
Who just want to have their fun Pokemon game.
of course that's fine, but
It was, yeah,
there's
because
but there's
you're right that it was like, yeah, the people that were being real douchebags about it were the annoying motherfuckers.
that can also be the case of if you continue to support it, they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. That was their point. It was like, stop buying it, and like, yeah, that's a totally fair That's a totally fair point, and you have the right. They had the right to be upset about that. But it was kind of they were attacking people who were trying to enjoy their thing,
Yeah, that's not
and
good.
that's not good. That's not good.
Man, it's like FIFA and Madden.
Yeah,
People keep fucking buying it. Stop.
people keep fucking buying it.
Please,
Please
let's stop. Let's
stop.
please boycott it. Stop.
Please stop giving them your money and then returning it to GameStop. So we have 15 million copies in our drawer that we can't
Oh,
sell because it's
has
Madden.
this happened? Has this happened to
This
you?
happens all the time. You have no idea how many copies of Madden 22 and 2K22 we have in our drawers right now. Because people buy it, they don't like it, and then they bring it back. And then they buy it again the next year. But
Oh well.
2K already got all the money. So what does it matter?
Oh, hey, 2K Madden. Oh, I'm sorry.
And
You
2K
mean
and EA
EA?
and
There we
2K.
go.
2K is NBA, but EA too. That's another fucking one. Ugh.
EA is FIFA and Madden, right? If I'm not mistaken.
FIFA, Madden, UFC, NHL,
Oh shit.
even F1, like Formula One racing, they have that.
Fuck, they still make initial games.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Shit. Shit.
They didn't make a UFC this year. But they sure did last year.
If they made it last year, they made it this year because it's the thing.
No, they didn't make a UFC this year.
No, no. I'm saying if they made it last year, they made it this year because it's the same fucking game.
Oh,
Same shit, really. It would have been the same thing if they released one this year.
yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't fucking play UFC games. I don't know.
played a few of them. Even played a few NBA games. Those were fun.
I played some WWE games, but that was it.
I remember playing this hockey game, but it was like kind of boring. And then there was a thing where they started fighting, and then it was fun. You can,
Hockey, NHL.
it was like this hockey game that I
Hmm.
played, and they were playing hockey. I was this is okay. And then there was a fight. Like, oh
Hmm.
shit, this is really good.
Oh, on the side note, did you hear like the guy John Madden passed away?
Um, I think I did.
Yeah, he was like 87 or something like that. He was fucking old. Anyway, I mean, his name will be on those games until the sun devours our planet.
So like a billion years.
Yeah, at least.
Oh, oh,
It's crazy.
damn it! It's like with
Hey.
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, jeez. That was a travesty that they did that. And we should
No,
have
I guess
expected they'd do it. But
no, I guess we're honoring his memory. I'm sorry.
yeah, by charging
Honoring,
you $100 for his legacy.
yeah, we're honoring his legacy. You gotta it. We're giving the money to the family. I don't believe
Are
you.
you?
Are you?
Are you really? I mean, there's still like the MLB games, which somehow are owned by PlayStation. Only PlayStation gets to make the MLB games. I don't I don't know how. I don't know how they've gone so long just being on PlayStation only.
PlayStation only.
Yeah.
PlayStation only.
The MLB games were PlayStation only for a long time.
Uh, well, I didn't know that.
I don't know how. No,
Did it sell
not that
well?
you didn't know it, but like how did it only be PlayStation for so long? It sell well.
Huh. I don't know. A lot of casuals just prefer PlayStation, I guess.
I guess. But it's like, damn, they still make baseball games. And they're still only on PlayStation when baseball is like what the second biggest like the third second or third biggest sport in the US.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I think football soccer might be the biggest. Or in the US, you say.
I said in the
Um,
US.
Maybe NFL,
Yeah, no, the NFL is definitely the biggest, but like I don't know what would come after basketball, baseball.
basketball.
Yes, yeah, probably basketball,
Because baseball's
and then
boring.
baseball.
I
I like baseball, I
do you.
guess, but I think basketball is a more interesting sport.
It is.
Like I actually saw a basketball game when I was young.
Mhm.
I also saw a baseball game when I was young. I didn't care. I've seen two baseball games. I didn't care for either of them. They were pretty boring to me. The basketball game was fun,
Yeah.
but it's also such a different atmosphere when watching a basketball game than say a baseball game. Because like a baseball game, watching it and it's a pretty respectful event. Like
Baseball.
everyone's pretty respectful watching a baseball game. There isn't like crazy hoops and hollerings and people standing up and like going crazy. Like not the way you would see at like
Oh,
a
there.
football game.
Well, there can be for baseball when it's
There
like a
can
home run or
be.
something.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: baseball's at its best when it's at its best,
When
but
it's at
when
its
it's
best,
just
yeah. When you got like the pros playing the best of the best, like any sport.
when baseball's fucking active, it's pretty good.
It's so
But
active.
um, but I don't know. In this most regular phase, it's like I don't want to fucking watch this.
Yeah. But like basketball is a pretty like interesting sport to just watch. Like it takes a ridiculous amount of coordination and teamwork and like because I went to a Celtics game and it was like the most lively I've ever seen a group of people. And they do a lot to get the crowd invested, making everyone like yell defense, defense. Playing music and trying to like enjoy the time that you're there. And it's pretty crazy.
Earbuds. Yeah, basketball's good shit. I haven't been to a live basketball game though, so
Yeah, it's
gotta get
fun, but
gotta get around there one day.
now would definitely not be the best time to do that.
Now?
Well, COVID.
Well, if I'll be fine. I usually am. Haven't gotten COVID yet.
Well, knock on wood.
Hmm?
Knock on wood.
I did it. My desk is made out of wood, so I did it. I knocked on wood. Give me my goddamn soda now.
Yeah.
My damn it.
Yeah, man. No Way Home made 1 billion.
No China. No China.
No China.
No, you can't make money. You can't make money without us. No, you can't do that.
And yet they did it.
It did. Good for them, right?
Fucking crazy. Uh, I mean, I saw it a second time just
Mm.
yesterday.
You're part of the problem. You're
Part of
giving
the
the money.
problem, I guess. But I also saw it in an IMAX, and it was a maybe not the greatest theater experience because we had some people talking behind us the entire time.
Oh, what's it known as a good in Shang-Chi?
No, but it was definitely a family.
Does anything beat that kid really for you?
I mean, not
And,
for
and,
me, I
and,
guess.
and
I wasn't directly behind the kid like you were.
oh, but everyone was behind the kid with given how fucking loud he was.
I guess so.
Everyone was behind him. So I'm wondering, is that like the
Well,
worst
not
you've ever
behind,
gotten
in
it?
front of. You were directly in front of the kid. I
Behind.
was just to the
Okay, yeah.
side.
Oh yeah, in front. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like I'm saying, everyone was in front of the kid,
Yeah,
given
that
how loud
was.
he was. Everyone looked back when he screamed, yelled out loud.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Shame on the parents for not shutting him the fuck up.
That dad tried, man.
Like
That dad
barely.
tried. He even took him out of the theater for a second.
I don't even think it was for that.
It was definitely not for that, but
Fucking went to the bathroom, I guess.
like he definitely like tried, but it was that kid was
Tried?
that kid was
Okay,
not going to shut up.
good. You know what trying is. It's my mom putting her hand on my mouth, shutting me up. That's good. That's trying. That's even trying. That's using 1% of your power as the parent. The dad was like, "Oh, stop it, stop. Be a dad, please."
Mm.
Yes. And he wasn't, and I hate him for it. But
Yeah. At Spider-Man yesterday, there was an entire family behind us,
oh,
and they were not. At least one of them was a non-stop talking the entire time. And come to find out, when the movie had ended, she admitted that she had already seen the movie and that she was seeing it for a second time. So she was
yeah.
literally narrating the movie for her family that was seeing it for the first time.
What the fuck?
Like,
Let him watch.
actual
Just let him watch.
asshole.
Just just let him watch it. What the fuck?
And like, not even that, like, because they were right behind us and we were at the very top of the theater. So these motherfuckers just had, like, I don't know what setting is on any phone for this to happen, but have you ever seen like your notification goes up on your phone and then suddenly your camera lights flash?
Uh, yeah. Was that them?
Yeah, that was them
Wow.
right behind us. Like the movie just started and all you see is like camera flash, camera flash, camera flash, camera flash. And we're like, dude, can you turn that off? Like,
Did you? Did you go turn it off?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I have my phone off.
No, no. Did you go to them? Hey, can you turn it off?
No, I just looked back
Oh.
and they were like trying to, like, because they were already trying to scramble to try to turn it off because it
Mm.
was big, white, and bright.
Yeah.
And then the entire rest of the movie, like, this one lady was just yapping, yapping, yapping. And I could hear a few times, bitch, shut the fuck up.
From someone else.
From like someone else in their family. It's like, just please, just shut up. They were trying to say like multiple times. But,
Nice.
it's whatever. If I was an asshole, I would have stood up. I would have stood up like multiple times and be like, can you please shut up? We're trying
Have
to
you ever
watch the
been like?
movie.
I mean, that's not actual. That's reasonable because they're fucking being loud.
I know, but when you're trying to not cause a scene for everyone else, right? You
Yeah.
just want to let everyone else enjoy the movie as well as yourself. It's
I mean,
just really annoying.
I'm waiting for the day I have to do that.
I did do it to Eric and Jib one time
Oh.
because I sat next to them when we saw Jojo Rabbit and they talked for the entire movie. The entire movie. And I looked over at Eric a few times and went, "You guys done?"
Oh, that wasn't that bad.
I mean, I don't
I
want
mean,
to
that
be like the dickhead because it was the small theater, at Cinema World, or like the one that's like 4 rows, and that's
that's
it, so
pretty.
everyone can hear you if you say anything.
I guess.
Um, I don't know if you've been to that specific room, but
Probably have.
yeah,
Probably have with you too. Who knows?
no, we've been pretty. At least every single movie we've seen it in the big size theaters.
Uh,
But yeah, I've seen quite a few, and just a small one, and it's
didn't we
something.
see Raya in a small one?
We did see Raya in the small one.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it was like, oh man. But what was worse is, okay, well, spoiler alert for No Way Home, if you somehow have not seen it.
mm,
Um,
what are you doing here?
when Aunt May dies,
Oh.
these people behind us were laughing, giggling.
Oh.
That
Wow.
made me more upset than anything.
I better would.
It was a very quiet moment. Keep in mind, like, with these big movies, I kind of just go in expecting to hear a lot of chatter in the theater. I genuinely don't expect, like, tip top, everyone shuts the fuck up, nobody is munching on food, nobody's opening a bag of candy, right? Like, I'm not expecting that when I go into a theater. Not anymore. But I do expect, at least for when big moments happen in a film, when things get serious, the shut everyone up kind of moment, then everyone shuts up.
Yeah.
Even when I got mad at Jib and Eric when we saw Jojo Rabbit, they shut up when you saw the feet dangling with the red shoes,
Yeah.
right? Like even they shut up. When Aunt May died in No Way Home, everyone shut up except for those two in the back.
They're special, I guess.
We were just giggling. And I was like,
Please
God,
shut up.
I was like, God damn it, can you please shut up?
No.
Like for just like 2.5 hour movie, not a single moment of silence. It was just annoying. And what's worse is that it was a full theater, so there was nowhere to move.
So.
And
Oh, really? A full theater?
It was a full theater
Wow.
at
Did
2 o'clock in the afternoon on
were
a
they active?
Tuesday.
Were they clapping a little bit?
Only at one point, and it was like the most mildly active. And I think we just kind of got lucky with our
Mm.
with our theater, but we also went opening day on the very first showing of the day, so that was to be expected. But yeah, there was definitely a few like gasps and oohs when
Ooh.
when Sir Andrew and Sir Toby came onto
Sir
the
Andrew
screen.
and Sir Turvey, as we're calling them.
Sir Andrew, Sir Toby. But, actually, no, it was only when Andrew came on that there was the ooze. Even my dad, that got a reaction out of my
Ooh.
dad.
Oh, the first time that was the first time seeing it, right?
Yeah, it was his first time seeing it. My mom, my dad, and my sister, that was their first time seeing it. When Andrew, jumped out of the portal, my dad went, oh.
Oh, the most Hispanic way ever.
And then when Toby walked out, he went, yeah. Yeah. It was definitely one of those like, there they are.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess that's like the only consistent thing, right? Is like when they come on the screen, everyone just kind of lights up.
Yeah. I miss No Way Home. I like No Way Home.
Yeah, it was good to see because I saw it in the IMAX and it was definitely a better experience in the IMAX because the
With
movie was filmed in IMAX with IMAX cameras, so watching it that way felt like it was okay. This is the way I was supposed to experience it.
Hmm.
Probably without the people talking behind me.
I wish my eye could really tell the difference much.
Your eye would tell
But
the difference in an IMAX.
have I seen an IMAX? I don't think so.
I don't think you've ever. I mean, I wouldn't know.
it
We definitely when we saw No Way Home, it was definitely a bigger screen, but it wasn't IMAX. With IMAX,
was Dolby, right?
it was Dolby. Um, which the IMAX screen is taller but shorter in width.
Hmm.
So you're seeing more of the frame than you would normally, just the other way around. And so for No Way Home, it makes a lot of scenes where people are standing, or like the perfect example is Doc Ock's entrance in the normal widescreen version of the movie that we saw at the Dolby in that theater. You could see a good majority of it going long, but you couldn't see too much of Doc Ock's entire stature. In
Yeah.
IMAX, the entire frame is the tentacles coming out, him
Ah,
emerging, and you see his full body length. So when he comes out and goes, "Hello, Peter," you see his entire body.
okay. So,
Yeah,
oh, you see everything bigger.
you see everything, you see more.
You see more.
You see more of the
More.
verticality. So it makes like when Toby and
More.
Andrew are on screen, you're seeing more of their body.
Mm.
And like you're
All right.
seeing the full suit in many scenes.
definitely want to see the
And
full
also
suit.
and it also makes the action feel way bigger
Mm.
because you're seeing way more of it.
Oh shit! I would have liked to see Infinity War on IMAX.
Yeah, I mean you can if you have Disney Plus.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I wanted to see Infinity War in IMAX. I never did. I was gonna see Endgame in IMAX, but that
I
didn't
mean,
pan
it's
out.
preferable to see an IMAX movie on an IMAX theater, right?
Yeah,
Instead of your TV,
yeah,
right?
definitely. But it's still, yeah, definitely. I know. AMC has IMAX theaters in it, and then of course you can go to the actual IMAX theater. But yeah, it's just a different experience. I think everyone should go to an IMAX at least once, but you have to be picky about the movie you go see. I think, like, if it's a Nolan movie, yeah, go see that in IMAX if you can. He does lots of crazy stuff with IMAX cameras, and he's really good at picking which big scenes you need to see in an IMAX. Like, do you know what I would have killed to go see The Dark Knight in an IMAX?
Me,
Like that opening, like 10 minutes. Like, imagine that in an actual IMAX theater. That would have been
yeah.
insane.
What if?
Or
Well,
even
there's
something, huh?
a lot of scenes in the movie that you might
Yeah,
want to see in IMAX.
any scene they shot with an IMAX camera was probably worthy of seeing that on that big screen. Even something like my dad saw Avatar in an IMAX theater.
Oh,
And like I can't even imagine what kind of experience that would have been. Like how crazy that must have been.
yeah.
And he also saw Watchmen in an IMAX.
Wow.
Yeah. Which even then I would have been like, yeah, that's probably a pretty good one to watch in IMAX. Watchmen's got some pretty big visuals. Yeah, I guess. Well, what have you? What movie do you wish you saw in an IMAX other than in
Uh,
Infinity War?
Probably 1917.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't even know. Was that shot? Was that movie made for IMAX?
I have no idea. I mean,
Um,
it would look nice on
it probably
IMAX, I
would have
bet.
looked great in an IMAX, but
I mean, really good enough in theaters, but in
oh
IMAX,
yeah. It was made in IMAX. Yeah, I think they shot specific stuff in IMAX. Let me check. Because sometimes they shoot like extended portions of the film in IMAX. Uh, it was not shot in IMAX. It was transferred that way.
oh,
So, if I check, is it? Wait, what? Does it count as a 2020 movie? Oh no, it does. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
1917.
Yeah. Yeah. They transferred the film's uh cut to fit in the IMAX format for the entire movie. Because normally it's like selections, like scenes from the specific scenes from the movie are put on IMAX. Like for Catching Fire, the entire Hunger Games sequence of the movie was shot in IMAX, and they formatted it that way. Um,
Oh,
but with 1917, the movie was not shot that way, so they transferred it to the IMAX frame,
nice.
and only for a short time.
Only for a short time.
Only for a short time.
So limited time only.
It was a
Limited time.
limited time IMAX engagement. Most of the time, you could just see it in
Damn.
a regular theater. But
Fuck.
sometimes they choose like the weirdest movies to put in IMAX.
Like,
Uh, for example, trying to find Jumanji. No, not Jumanji. That kind of makes sense for the big action stuff. But like Frozen 2.
well, the silly animated movie was put on
Okay,
IMAX.
well that's actually no, that's Leslie. I'm now remembering some stuff in Frozen 2. Charlie's Angels, the reboot was put in
What?
IMAX.
Why?
I don't know why. Um, Ford v Ferrari was re-released in IMAX, which that would have
I
been
would
pretty
have,
cool.
I would have my skin that.
Doctor Sleep was released in IMAX for a
Oh
short
well.
time. That would have been cool. Um, but there's also certain movies that are filmed with IMAX cameras. Most movies that are released in IMAX are formatted that way afterwards. They're not made with that in mind. They're in post production. They open the format to IMAX, so they're just kind of post processed. Um, while certain movies are made with IMAX in
I
mind.
imagine there was some.
Marvel does this a lot, where they specifically shoot with IMAX cameras sometimes.
Mm. I
Um,
imagine there are some older movies out there that I would like to see in IMAX.
oh, Lord of the Rings.
Well, for sure.
Lord of the Rings would have been insane to see in that format. Yeah, yeah. Most movies are converted. Very few are actually like uh, shot that way. Like for example, Alita: Battle Angel shot 40 minutes of the film in IMAX. So I assume that's like the motorball stuff and other
Oh,
action sequences. Captain Marvel, 33 minutes of the film was shot in IMAX. All of Avengers Endgame was shot in with IMAX cameras. Specifically, 2 hours and 46 minutes of the film was shot on IMAX.
that's most of the movie.
That's literally most of the movie.
What would have been cut? I wonder.
Probably the credits.
Oh,
Uh,
it
funny
it is
enough,
long credits.
funny enough, Godzilla King of the Monsters was not shot on IMAX. It was actually converted. It was
There you
not
go.
made with IMAX in mind, and I think that's insane that they never did that.
Wow.
Why? Why would you have not have done that? Like
It
the fuck?
wasn't good enough.
I guess not. Um 45 minutes of Far From Home was shot on IMAX. 23 minutes of The Lion King remake was shot on IMAX.
Uh,
Weathering with You was actually converted to the IMAX format.
oh, then what about your name at that point?
Probably Your Name was. Yeah. They actually re-released Apocalypse Now. The final cut of Apocalypse Now was shown in IMAX for only a couple days. Uh, Gemini Man was actually shown in 3D at 60 frames per second in IMAX.
Gemini Man. That's a good movie, right?
No, it's not. Yeah, think about that. 3D 60 frames per second. That's fucking insane. Um, I okay. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil was shot entirely on IMAX. Or no, it
Maleficent.
was Maleficent 2. They
Yeah, when did that come out? I forgot.
October of
It
2019.
2019.
It was reformatted in conversion to be IMAX for the entire film.
More than
Yeah, no, crazy, right? Somehow, um, Rise of Skywalker was formatted later
later.
for IMAX. Like it was converted. It wasn't shot that way. I don't know why they wouldn't have just shot it all on IMAX. I mean, that's expensive, but
Not a movie we're shooting on IMAX.
I mean, it's Star Wars. I think you should shoot it at a bigger frame.
Sure.
If you're trying to get a big galaxy, why not? Right?
I guess
It
it's
only
something
makes
you
sense. It only
only you
makes
don't appreciate.
sense. I guess it is something only I would appreciate, but god damn it.
I mean, not only you, like someone like you would appreciate.
I don't know. I feel like that's more immersive.
Of course, every movie's more immersive on IMAX, right?
Sure, but if the concept is to be an immersive film, I think it would just be a better idea to do that.
Probably.
It would just make sense. Oh, Dragon Ball Super Broly had IMAX
Oh, shit.
formatting.
I
Yeah.
suppose I wanted to see it in theaters, but
I wanted to see
what
that in theaters as well.
the fuck was I gonna watch it? I mean, it's weird. The Lemus the Ghost Theater released on our theater, but Dragon
They
Ball
also
of all things,
released the My Hero movie in our theater.
yeah,
Yep.
that was pretty insane.
Yeah. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald was yeah.
Makes you happy, right?
No.
Mm.
So what they did for Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald, I'm sorry, Grindelwald,
Grindelwald.
was they had
Gotta get it
a
right.
technique called frame break to
Handbrake.
enhance the 3D effects, making effects travel outside of the frame.
Many Harry Potter movies would have been nice on MX.
They were. As soon as it was
Really?
available, they started going to IMAX.
Oh wow.
So Order of Phoenix, Half Blood Prince, and both Deathly Hollows.
when
Were
was MX invented?
it was the mid 2000s.
So I guess like around Dark Knight.
No. Try around Happy Feet.
Can't believe. Oh shit, that's 2006.
2005. IMAX has been
Five.
around since the 90s though. But it
Like
didn't but it was mostly used for like the first movie shown in IMAX was Fantasia 2000.
Hmm.
Pretty good one to start. And then Apollo
Supposed to, I guess.
13 was re-released in IMAX. Attack of the Clones was re-released in IMAX. At the start, it was mostly like re-releases, but the first movies to open day and date in
Apollo
IMAX,
13. Is that the Tom Hanks movie?
yes.
Okay.
So the first movie to open day and date in IMAX as well was actually The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was released in IMAX. Probably re-release. Spider-Man 2 was released on IMAX. Polar Express, which was the first 3D IMAX film.
The
Robots.
first 3D IMAX film.
Yeah.
Robots.
Yeah. Robots. The the
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Robots was in IMAX. Batman Begins was shown in IMAX with no credits
But no credits.
because the movie was too long.
Um,
It could the container with the film that you put into the projection, there just wasn't enough space in the container for the entire film because it was just too damn long. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Goblet of Fire, V for Vendetta, Superman Returns. And funny thing with Superman Returns was apparently they sped up the credits so it could fit on the container.
oh.
Yeah. The Ant Bully was released in IMAX.
The Ant Bully.
Mm. In 3D only.
What is the Ant Bully?
Oh, you've never heard of the Ant Bully? It was a
believe
Warner
I-
Brothers animated movie where this kid shrunk himself to the size of an ant
Oh, I think I saw that movie.
to become part of the ant colony.
We're supposed to be
Nicholas
so-
Cage was in it.
It was animated, you said?
Yeah, it was
No, no, it
animated.
was.
It was animated.
Oh, okay.
Warner
Okay.
Brothers.
Ah,
Warner
when I
Brothers and
used to.
Legendary. Yeah.
Not many Warner Brothers animated movies stick out to me. I mean, none that I can remember right now.
The Lego movie.
Oh, that was a while back.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Open Season was shown in in IMAX.
Open season.
Only in 3D though.
Oh wait, hold on. That was the only one to release in theaters, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Happy
Only.
Feet. Happy Feet was shown in IMAX. That actually could have been a cool one to watch in IMAX.
What about Happy Feet 2?
Probably Happy Feet too. Night at the
Mm.
Museum was shown in IMAX.
What is that one on IMAX?
300. So in 2007 is when like they stopped doing the re-releases, I guess.
Oh,
Um, so 300 was shown in
yeah.
IMAX. Then
Mm.
Spider-Man 3. Then
Mm.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, where the entire last 20 minutes of the film was in IMAX framing. And Transformers was the big IMAX movie
Would have loved
because
those Transformers in theaters. I mean,
because
in theaters
they
and IMAX.
so when they showed it in IMAX, they actually added 2 minutes of footage to it. And with I Am Legend that year, they made a big push because this is when they started doing previews in IMAX. So if you went and saw I Am Legend in IMAX, you got to see the 6 minute opening scene of The Dark Knight. You got to see the first scene of The Dark Knight.
The bank sequence,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, the opening scene, because that was like the big IMAX scene for the movie.
We broke new grounds, baby.
In 2008, you had Spider-Man Chronicles, Speed Racer, Kung Fu Panda, The Dark Knight, of course. Where they had 28 minutes of the movie was shot in IMAX. Eagle Eye. I don't know if you know what Eagle Eye is.
Eagle Eye.
Shia LaBeouf movie.
Mm.
There was also Madagascar 2 and The Day the Earth Stood Still. The Keanu one. Yeah,
The Keanu one.
the Keanu one.
Don't know what that would be.
In 2009, there was Watchmen, Monsters vs. Aliens, Star Trek, Night at the Museum 2, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs in 3D only,
Mm-hmm.
Where the Wild Things Are, Michael Jackson's This Is It, Christmas Carol, and Avatar.
The Last Airbender. That'd be funny.
I was about to say The Last Airbender, but it's not there.
Oh.
Yeah. In 2010, you had Alice in Wonderland.
Let me guess. Inception.
Yes. How to Train Your Dragon, Iron Man 2, which I actually saw in IMAX back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah. My
You
first
told me about
IMAX
that
movie.
story.
Yeah.
It was with I don't
My
know,
uncle.
like after a wedding or something.
Yeah, it was right after a wedding, and my padrino, which is godfather, he said, you want to go see Iron Man? And I was like, yes.
Mm,
So we went and saw Iron Man 2 in the IMAX.
nice.
Yeah. Shrek Forever After came out in IMAX. Prince of Persia released in IMAX, but only in certain territories.
That's fine.
Toy Story 3 was in IMAX. The Twilight Saga Eclipse. Inception. Resident Evil Afterlife.
Funny. That's funny.
Legend of Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
That's not
Paranormal
funny.
Activity 2. Megamind,
No.
Megamind, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Tron Legacy, where 45 minutes of the movie was shot on IMAX.
What could that be?
Honestly, I don't know. I have the Blu-ray. It probably has the IMAX formatting on it, so I can probably figure it out.
Hmm.
Because it has like the black bars where they suddenly disappear and then they're back, and then. But dude, I will never forget seeing Tron Legacy in theaters. That shit was insane. Like genuinely the best movie I've ever seen in 3D.
Lights.
Like I that movie made such good use of 3D. I'll just never forget it. In 2011, you had The Green Hornet.
Yeah, yeah, boy.
Oh boy. Tangled was re-released in IMAX for Asia only.
Wow.
I don't, right? I Am Number 4. Do you even remember that movie or know what it
I
is?
I do.
I own it. That movie's really bad.
I know I've seen it. I don't remember it though.
Exactly. Do you remember Mars Needs Moms, though?
What?
Mars Needs Moms?
Nope.
And it's probably for the best. Sucker Punch.
Mm.
Fast 5. Thor. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Kung Fu Panda 2. Super 8.
We got Planet
Cars.
51.
No. Cars 2.
Yeah.
Transformers Dark of the Moon, where
Mm.
about half of the film was shot in IMAX. Deathly Hallows Part 2. Cowboys and Aliens. Oh boy. Final
Oh, boy.
Destination 5. Contagion. The drama. Real Steel. Puss in
Yes,
Boots.
yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. I would love to see
Happy Feet 2.
Cool.
And Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol and The Adventures of Tintin. The
Hmm.
thing with Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol was it was 25 minutes of the movie was shot on IMAX. And if you saw it,
The whole device sequence.
basically, um, and if you saw it in IMAX theaters, they played the opening scene of The Dark Knight Rises
What?
before there was even a teaser for the movie.
Why do they keep doing that?
IMAX loves to do that, where they'll play like limited previews of
Like,
upcoming films.
like 2 Batman movies.
Yeah, no, it's most Nolan movies, dude. They do this. Uh, with 2012, you had Underworld Awakening,
Hey.
Journey
I see
to the
that.
Mysterious Island, which I saw that in theaters.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely was not happy with that. The Lorax,
Sorry,
John
aspect for that,
Carter.
please. John Carter.
I saw the Lorax in theaters, by the way.
Wow. So did I, by the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
The Hunger
It,
Games.
it was that or Hunger Games. I chose the Lorax.
I wanted to go see the Hunger Games, but only because everyone else had seen it and I wanted to be in on the conversation, not because I
Oh.
wanted to see the movie. Wrath of the Titans was shown in IMAX.
Wow.
I know,
That's
right?
for the Titans.
Titanic got a re-release in IMAX.
Of course it did.
Yeah, where the entire film was converted on IMAX, and they they split it into 2 parts because the movie was too long,
Wow.
and they had after the first 108 after the
No, but it's true. The movie is too long.
yeah, so they split it in 2 parts. So after the first 108 minutes, they had to stop to switch the plates, and then after the next 87 minutes, they did a 15-minute intermission
Mm.
and then finished the movie.
And then finish the movie. Okay, I see.
Jesus.
Yikes. Just don't make long movies. How about that?
Battleship was shown in IMAX. The Avengers, uh, Dark Shadows. Jeez. Men in
Rough
Black,
shippers.
Men in Black 3, which had a 6-minute preview for the Amazing Spider-Man. Prometheus was in IMAX. Madagascar 3, Rock of Ages, The Amazing Spider-Man, where 20 minutes of the movie was shot on. The entire finale, actually, was shot on IMAX.
I see.
You had The Dark Knight Rises, where it was had 72 minutes of the movie shot with IMAX cameras. You can tell because the movie is constantly switching between bars. Total Recall. They re-released Raiders of the Lost Ark in IMAX.
Oh,
That would have been cool.
it would have.
That
You know, I keep thinking to the fact that you mentioned both Dark Knight movies and their openings, and like how different they are to Batman Begins.
I know, right? You had Resident Evil Retribution,
Mm-hmm.
The Bourne Legacy, Frankenweenie.
But
You don't never heard of Frankenweenie?
I don't believe I have. No.
Tim Burton movie. Kid's dog gets run over and the kid tries to bring him back to life.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
I
Tim
have
Burton
heard.
movie. I
It's
saw
it's
it.
an animated movie, right?
Yeah, it's stop motion from Disney.
Yeah.
It's
I
actually
have heard of
pretty
it.
good. I ain't gonna lie. It's a pretty good movie. It's not great,
Nice.
but it's good.
Not great. Not great. Not bad.
Yeah. Paranormal Activity 4,
Hmm.
Cloud Atlas,
Of course.
Skyfall, where the movie was converted to have the entire film in IMAX. Breaking Dawn Part 2 was shown in IMAX. Life of Pi, Rise of the Guardians.
Hey, that would have go to theaters.
Yeah. The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, which had a lot of options. You could watch it in
Of course.
in 5K 48 frames per second,
I see.
or just regular 24 frames per second, or 48 frames per second.
That was the option, huh?
Those were your options. And if you wanted to watch it in 5K 48 frames per second, you had to watch it in 3D as well. Yeah, it was apparently so bad in terms of like the frame rate issues, or movies aren't meant to be shown at anything higher than 24 frames. So if you show it at like 48 or 60, it's going to make the audience nauseous because they have to adjust. And it's just really annoying. Also, another thing about The Hobbit was they played a 9-minute preview of Star Trek Into Darkness. And they actually had to shorten the credits because just to reduce the running time. And they also showed Les Miserables in 4K.
But not IMAX.
I mean, sorry, in IMAX. Sorry.
Oh.
When it comes to 2013, it was actually a big deal because the first ever Japanese animated film was shown in IMAX.
And that was
Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods.
Ah.
Yeah. And this is when they started making their big push for re-releases. So stuff like Top Gun and Jurassic Park, remember, had a big comeback. They did the 3D, Jurassic Park 3D. And so Jurassic Park got re-released into theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also had, Man of Steel was a big one because they had a lot of options for you to watch it specific ways if you wanted to. Trying to find any other interesting notes. The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug still had the 24 and 48 frames per second options, but that would be about it, other than the fact that they re-released The Wizard of Oz in IMAX,
Ew.
which would have been cool.
We'll have to see the wizard, of Oz.
2014, um, the IMAX version of RoboCop,
Ah.
the remake of RoboCop, had a 4-minute preview for 300: Rise of an Empire.
Ugh.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
oh
that
yeah,
was in theaters.
another thing about IMAX movies is sometimes, depending on the movie, they have every time you watch a movie in IMAX, they do a big countdown that's like telling you, okay, well, this is what you're gonna experience in an IMAX. And sometimes they specialize it for the movie, and Godzilla got a specialized version of that countdown to kind of feature
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Transformers: Age of Extinction was a big one because it was the first film to shoot over an hour of it in specifically IMAX 3D. So, yeah, Transformers: Age of Extinction had about an hour and a half of it shot in IMAX 3D. So if you saw it in specifically IMAX 3D, it was like the best possible experience you could have had with it. And so much so that the 3D Blu-ray actually comes with that IMAX 3D version. So you can watch it that way at home.
More than.
Yeah. Forrest Gump got a re-release in IMAX.
I would have seen Forrest Gump in
In
IMAX
theater.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, theaters, of course.
Interstellar had 66 minutes of its shot in
I would have thought that was all.
yeah,
That would have been
in
all
an
IMAX.
IMAX.
Being at a silly film after all.
Nope, 66 minutes of it, so over an hour. And also had to have its credits shortened.
Hmm.
Yeah. In 2015, you had American Sniper.
Wow.
Or I'm sorry, 2015. Yeah, you had American Sniper.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Furious 7 had a specialized version of the countdown. Yeah, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, of course.
Jurassic World had a 6-minute preview of Ant-Man.
My lord, is that legal?
Yep. Oh, and Avengers: Age of Ultron had a 7-minute preview for Tomorrowland.
Come on. Tomorrow. Oh yeah, Tomorrowland. That movie. I forgot about it.
Terminator Genesis had a 5-minute preview for Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. The live action Attack on Titan was shown in IMAX theaters. I know, right?
All things.
Of all things. Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials was shown in IMAX in Japan only.
Japan only.
I don't know. Spectre had a 5-minute preview for The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2.
Mockingjay. Oh yeah.
Okay, so remember how I said The Rise of Skywalker was a conversion to IMAX?
Uh-huh. You did say that, yes.
So wasn't The Force Awakens. But
Force Awakens.
But only in 3D.
Only in 3D.
The film itself was shown in IMAX and was filmed that way. Actually, the Millennium Falcon chase was shot with IMAX cameras. So about 5 minutes of the movie was actually shot with IMAX cameras. The rest of it was shown in IMAX. It was probably just converted.
Well, if it's gonna be anything, it might as well be that.
Yeah. The Revenant was shown in IMAX.
Oh, that's a full ass IMAX movie.
Yeah. Deadpool which actually had a special version of the countdown. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny was shown in China only in IMAX. The Divergent series Allegiant had a 4-minute preview of The Jungle Book. 30 minutes of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice were shot in IMAX.
Which would that happen? You think?
Probably the Batman vs Superman fight, and
Or
probably a bit
or
of the
just
third act.
just the whole third act, I guess.
Probably
The
just
whole
the,
ending.
the third act, yeah. Captain America: Civil War had 17 minutes of it shot in IMAX, so that's the entire airport fight.
Oh,
Um,
the airport fight. Yeah,
the
I would have done the ending.
the Secret Life of Pets had a special version of the IMAX countdown. I don't know why.
Uh, I guess they really liked that movie. They
I,
really wanted to push
I
that
guess
movie
so.
of all things.
Suicide Squad had a special version of the countdown, and Shin Godzilla was shown in IMAX.
Nice.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla. Let's see what else. They re-released Harry Potter 1 and 2 in IMAX.
Yeah, those
About an
movies
hour of Doctor Strange was shot on IMAX.
probably the freaky scenes.
Yeah, probably the freaky shit. La La Land was actually shown in IMAX for a short time.
Oh,
Yeah. And Rogue One was done on IMAX.
I'm guessing it's the final act. Of course, come on,
Yeah.
it's gotta be.
Well, no, it looks like just the entire film.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Or at least it was converted to IMAX. It also had a 5-minute preview for Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. That came out in 2017, though.
Yeah. That was like the IMAX movie for a while, though. Your Name was shown in IMAX in
The whole thing.
2017.
Whole thing.
Well, yes, but it's converted. Most IMAX movies, if you watch them in IMAX, they're converted.
Oh.
There's certain movies that were shot that way, and it'll have it in the notes. Kong Skull Island had a special version of the IMAX countdown. Logan was shown in IMAX.
Whole thing.
Well,
Hmm?
yes, the whole movie, but it was converted. Like I said
Hmm.
just before, most movies that are shown in IMAX are converted. Only some are shot in IMAX. Let's see. Guardians 2 had 38 minutes of it shot in IMAX, but the entire thing is shown that way. Alien Covenant had the entire film shown in IMAX, or at least the entire frame was opened up. Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales was the entire frame open.
That's a pretty looking movie.
Yeah. Transformers: The Last Night was shot almost entirely on IMAX cameras.
Gross.
Spider-Man: Homecoming had a special version of the IMAX countdown. Dunkirk had about an hour and a half shot on IMAX cameras. The first 2 episodes of Inhumans were shown in IMAX theaters before showing on TV. Blade Runner: The Final Cut got re-released in IMAX. Yeah. Kingsman: The Golden Circle had 8 minutes of the film opened up in IMAX. Blade Runner 2049 for the entire thing. else? Thor Ragnarok had 42 minutes of it opened up. The Disaster Artist was shown in IMAX for a short time.
Oh,
And so wasn't the Full Metal Alchemist live action film. In Japan only, obviously.
oh.
Yep.
The rest of
Last,
that was just in
The Last Jedi had 40 minutes of it shot on IMAX.
probably I don't know, the fucking room scene.
The Greatest Showman. Yeah, shit ton of fucking movies. 50 Shades Freed.
That's 50 Shades movie, right?
Yeah, it's the last 50 Shades movie, yeah.
Oh,
Black Panther had 48 minutes of it opened up. Let's see. Obviously, Infinity War was the first movie to be shot entirely in IMAX. The Incredibles was re-released in IMAX only as a part of a double feature with Incredibles 2.
I would like to see. I would have liked to do that.
Yeah, man.
That would have been nice.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom had a preview for Mission Impossible Fallout. And guess what? Ant-Man and the Wasp also had a preview for Mission Impossible Fallout.
Well, now you just gotta tell me about Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yep, 18 minutes of it was shot on IMAX.
Only,
And
I would.
And it had a preview for First Man.
Oh,
Yep. Let's see. Anything else interesting here? Oh, Crazy Rich Asians was shown in IMAX. Only at the premiere. So if
only
we
at the premiere, huh?
only at the premiere.
Wow,
Yeah,
whack.
I know, right? 2001: A Space Odyssey was shown in IMAX. The original Iron Man was re-released. The Incredible Hulk, First Avenger, were all reshown. IMAX. They actually played the video for Thriller in IMAX 3D. And it was played before The House with a Clock in Its Walls. So if you went and saw The House with a Clock in Its Walls in IMAX, they played a preview. Well, they played the music video for Thriller before that. I don't know what those two have in common, but
What was the movie again?
The House with a Clock in Its Walls.
Do you know what that's about?
It's a kids movie that released around like Halloween.
Well, then I don't know.
First Man had about 10 minutes of it shot on IMAX. Halloween, the 2018 one, was shown in IMAX. Bohemian Rhapsody was released 2 days early in IMAX theaters. And that would take us back to where we were when we started. My head hurt.
My head, you taught, yeah, you did that a lot. You
Right,
gave me a whole hit.
2021. Fuck. Hey,
Oh,
remember
shit.
when you said Lord of the Rings would be really cool to watch in IMAX?
Uh-huh.
They re-released it in IMAX this year.
Wow.
All three of
Wow.
them. All three of them.
Wow. And we missed it. Wow.
Yep. They also released Evangelion 3.0. Or 3.333 got released in theaters in IMAX in Japan only. And so did Wish
Wow.
Dragon, that got released in China in
Heh.
IMAX. There was also Nomadland. Um,
Oh God.
Chaos Walking.
On IMAX? No, not
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Godzilla vs. Kong was shown in IMAX. Mortal Kombat. The Rurouni Kenshin movie.
I
Um,
don't. I
Wrath
don't
of
think I know what.
Wrath of Man. Spiral. A Quiet Place 2. In the Heights. Okay.
Dun.
So In the Heights was shown one night only on Mother's Day. So it was shown early before it officially came out
Ah, yes, a
in
typical
IMAX.
Mother's Day movie.
And if you saw it in IMAX, they played a preview for Olivia Rodrigo's Sour music video
Hmm.
or album. Sorry. F9,
Hmm.
yeah, had a preview for Jurassic World Dominion, which is now out online for you to watch. Black Widow had 21 minutes of the movie shot on IMAX. The Suicide Squad was actually shot entirely on IMAX cameras.
Oh,
So there you go. Um,
but no, we saw it in HBO Max.
sure did. Shang-Chi, the entirety of the film was shot on IMAX.
Hmm.
The entirety of Dune was shot on IMAX. Actually, no, that's a lie. Only an hour of it was shot on IMAX.
Only an hour.
Only an
I
hour.
don't know. That was at the
I don't
perfect.
I don't know why you wouldn't shoot the entire thing.
Yeah, that was at the perfect IMAX movie, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
that's like the perfect. Yeah, I would have loved to seen Dune in IMAX. Maybe I would have liked it if I saw it that way. But then I would have been swayed.
I would have even have been the film's you know,
Guess
victory.
so.
That would have been IMAX's victory, I guess.
Ghost in the Shell, the original, was shown in IMAX.
Oh,
Yep. I would have loved to
I
see
wanna.
it, man. 30 minutes of No Time to Die were shot on IMAX cameras. Okay, no, 40 minutes. 40 minutes of it.
40 minutes. I see.
40 minutes of it. Sword Art Online Progressive Aria of a Starless Night. Mm-hmm.
That's the new one, I guess.
Guess so. Uh, an hour of Eternals was shot on IMAX.
Hmm.
Spider-Man No Way Home, the entire film was shot on IMAX cameras. And yeah. When it comes to 2022, we do know of some films that are opening up certain ways. Uncharted is having select sequences open up to IMAX. Um, Select sequences of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness are going to be in IMAX. Uh, the entirety of Top Gun Maverick was shot in IMAX.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Gonna look
The
beautiful.
the entirety of Thor: Love and Thunder was shot in IMAX.
Or is being shot on IMAX.
Or no, the entirety of Thor: Love and Thunder. Well, the movie finished shooting.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, it?
Select sequences of Nope will be shot in IMAX, or
Nope.
were the new Jordan Peele movie.
It's called Nope.
Yeah, it's called Nope. Mission Impossible 7 is having select sequences in IMAX. The entirety of Black Panther Wakanda Forever was shot on IMAX or is being shot on IMAX. And the entirety of Avatar 2 is going to be opened up to IMAX. They're going to be shooting the entirety of Captain Marvel 2 on IMAX. And it looks like Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 and Part 2 will have conversion to IMAX.
Conversion.
I mean, those will be pretty good movies to watch in IMAX.
They would, yeah.
Holy shit, I really did just talk a lot about IMAX.
Yeah.
I kind of just did. I am so sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Your podcast.
Our podcast.
Oh.
Yeah,
Should have seen the joke coming.
I really should have. Yeah, they also listed the Batman, so I guess while we're talking about good old Batsy, what about that new Batman trailer, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what? It wasn't bad.
Oh, I'm so
It sure
excited. I'm so excited for that movie. You
yeah,
have
it,
no
it
idea,
sure does
man.
get one excited, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it's good.
I hope it's good, man. I have faith, but my faith has been broken before.
That is something like me.
Well, I mean, when I put all my money on Dune being super good,
Dude, why'd you do that?
I don't
I'm
know. I
curious now.
trusted Denis Villeneuve. He's a good director.
He is
He's a good
never made
talent.
a
He's a
never
good
made a bad
talent.
movie.
He has.
No, he hasn't.
Agree to disagree.
I guess so.
And you can't say anything about Edgar Wright yet because you haven't seen Last Night in Soho.
I can't. I can't.
You should. I recommend it. You should
I will.
watch. You should watch it.
I will.
Will you like it? I don't know.
I hope so.
I sure didn't, and I really was hoping to like it.
No, it doesn't have to be good for me to like it.
Sure, but I
But
just didn't like it.
yeah,
Like, I don't think it's good. I think it has a lot of problems. Like some
I don't know.
pretty, like it has a pretty awful third act.
I'd have
Watch
to wait
it.
for it to come out in something.
Um,
Wherever that
I
whatever
think
that
it's
will
I
be.
think it's hitting Blu-ray next month. Uh,
Blu-ray. Okay, maybe I'll watch it there.
January 18th. It'll release on Blu-ray. So there you go.
I still have to get what was I gonna say? I still have to get Hot Fuzz on Blu-ray.
There you go.
That's still an objective for me. I must do it.
Oh, right. I forgot. Did you hear it all about the big the big nonsense about the Ghostbusters collection?
Hmm?
So Sony was gonna, of course, when Ghostbusters Afterlife comes out on Blu-ray, they were gonna do their big collection of every Ghostbusters movie, and
Huh.
they didn't put the 2016 one on there.
Ha 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 ha.
And now they just reversed their decision and put the 2016 one on there.
Oh,
I
so people got angry about it, and they said, "Hey,
no one said a word.
really?
Like, I don't think anyone said a word about it.
Why the fuck did they put it in then?"
I I don't know. I mean, I guess to give the $43 price tag more value,
Uh,
because that's a expensive price tag for 3 movies.
I suppose so, but I don't
And
know. You got three.
when you're only getting good movies there,
Well, some might disagree with you on the second.
some would be wrong.
Oh, debate them now.
Ghostbusters 2 is really bad.
I haven't seen it. Let me see it, and let me be the judge of that, and then I'll tell you, and then we can talk about it.
It's not good.
Hmm?
It's not Ghostbusters 2016 bad, but it's pretty bad. The biggest sin it commits is that it's not very funny.
Oh, that's the biggest sin.
That's the biggest sin. Is that
Some,
it's just not that funny.
something that you call subjective comedy.
Well,
That's the biggest
when the
sin.
comedy is supposed to be funny and it's not funny, well, I'd say that's a
Oh,
problem.
hold on. Yeah, but isn't it subjective though? Comedy?
I mean, yes, because everyone finds certain things funny and some not. And if
Mm,
if they find Ghostbusters 2 funny, well, that's great. I'm not going to take that away from you. I just don't
But
find it funny, so I think it's a pretty bad movie.
okay.
I just don't.
I mean,
Think,
listen. I'm leaning into you just calling the comedy subjectively bad. I'm leaning into it. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I mean,
I
objectively bad. I'm not gonna judge you for it. You can. I won't judge. Go ahead.
I just don't think it's funny. Like at all. I don't think it's very funny. But I also don't think Step Brothers is that funny, and you got very upset at me for saying that.
I mean, it's such an incorrect statement. I can't believe you said that.
I don't think it's funny.
Hmm.
I think it's really annoying. But
Hey,
I guess I'm alone in that.
yeah, you are.
I guess so. I I guess I guess so. With a
Indeed, you are.
55% and 69% audience rating.
Because Splinter is a comedic masterpiece. Not a masterpiece, just really funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is. It's
That'll just disregard all the other comedic masterpieces like Anchorman and Talladega
wait,
Nights.
wait. Why does that disregard them?
Because now Step Brothers is on the same plane as Anchorman.
Oh well, I was kidding, but okay. That doesn't disregard anyway. That just puts it up there. But I mean, I don't. Yeah,
I don't want Step Brothers to be on the same plane as Anchorman.
I've never seen. Wait, why are you calling Anchorman? Like,
Hmm?
is it because Will Ferrell's in it? Is that what you're mentioning,
Same
Anchorman?
director.
Ah,
Same
what?
director.
What?
Same with Talladega Nights.
I'll take a nights.
Talladega Nights is awesome.
Hmm.
I really like Talladega Nights.
Wait, which one is that? Talaga Nights?
Ricky Bobby,
Um.
the car one, where him
Oh,
and John C. Riley are hillbilly rednecks, and it's like if you ain't slow, you're fast. No, what is it? If you don't win, you lose, or something like that, or fuck it.
oh,
Shake and
who's a
bake, baby.
bastard?
Jesus, shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Ricky Bobby.
All right.
Hey, you. I now I went. Now I just want to watch Talladega Nights again. God damn it.
Hmm?
I just want to watch Talladega Nights again.
I bet you do, brother.
I bet I do. But yeah, the Batman looks pretty good.
Batman loves me pretty good.
Looks pretty goddamn good. And other news of Batman, Michael Keaton is gonna be in Batgirl.
Yeah, I hear it. I don't know how it's gonna
So
work.
I don't know how it's gonna work, but all right, more Michael Keaton is good for me.
It is.
So this one's gonna pique your interest because of your general distaste. General Zod and Commander, what's her name, Fiora, are gonna
Mhm.
be in the Flash movie,
Oh, really?
and I
I mean,
don't know how.
I know it's a Flashpoint movie, so
It's
I
a
guess
Flashpoint movie in like quotations.
really.
Yeah, at this point, it is more just the Flash No Way Home. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
Uh,
I mean, if
it's
it's Michael Shannon and the actors from Man of Steel coming back, then I
ooh,
guess I'm on board. But
it's uh,
I don't know how they're gonna
I
do that.
I well
They're shoving a lot into this movie.
I didn't think they were good characters, so I'm not sure. I, people, I'm sure the Snyder fans are happy about that. I guess
Yeah,
because they think Zod's a good villain. But what can I say? It's weird. I don't know what can you do with that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know why they're what narrative purpose it could have for them to be in the movie.
I don't know. It's like I'm guessing it's a scenario where Zod kills Superman. I'm guessing that's the where Zod won.
I I have no idea.
I'm guessing that's the idea.
I I I don't really know, man. There's nothing in my head that's like, yeah, they're back.
Mm. Yeah, they're back.
Like, okay, like at least with like Michael Keaton, Like, it can be like, okay, well, we're traveling, we're going back in time or possibly going to other dimensions. Okay, cool. Let's bring Michael Keaton back, right? That could be cool. That could be fun to see him again in that cowl.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they're like, yeah, let's introduce Supergirl this way. Okay, that's cool too, right? That's fine. What the fuck do you mean uh, General Zod and Fiora are back? What do you mean? What does
I'm
that
guessing
serve?
that I'm guessing that's how they're gonna introduce. Maybe Zod will be the main villain, and that's how they
Okay,
introduce.
all
Mm.
right. But I guess if we're going by Michael Keaton's universe, they're sure as fuck we're in a Superman. Unless they suddenly retcon that and just go, yeah,
Well,
Michael Keaton, Christopher Reeve, same timeline.
uh,
Which, oh god, if they were to do that, would they fucking be shitty enough to like resurrect Christopher Reeve? Would they be awful enough to give us
you
like
know,
a
I think
a
there's just,
Christopher Reeve like,
frankly, I think there's just give it a vague reference, and I think that's fine.
or like show Brandon Routh or something?
Sure. He looks like him enough, but I bet it's just
Isn't
not.
he supposed to be the same Superman? In Superman
I I
Returns, he's supposed to be the same Superman.
I always wondered if that was a sequel to
I
Superman
think I
Returns.
think it is. I think it is a sequel. I think
Like,
Superman Returns is a sequel to
yeah, it
Superman
was,
4.
or which is, yeah, that whole those whole series of movies probably. I always wondered
I think it is.
'cause it has the same theme
Yeah,
song.
it's got the same theme song. It seems like it's in the same world, I guess, but like not really.
Um, I'm pretty sure Kevin Spacey Lex Luthor is a lookalike, and just the same character as Gene
To
Hackman as Lex Luthor.
Gene
So
Hackman, yeah. I think that's
yeah,
probably why they cast him, is because he was a lot like Gene Hackman. Or at least his perform
so
he
shit, probably.
probably. Um
Yeah,
I don't know. There's actually a really great video I gotta send to you about the production of this movie and how long it was and like the the time it took to
Superman
get
Returns.
there, to get to Superman Returns.
Mm.
I gotta send you that video. It was such a good one. I listened to that thing for so long. Um,
I wonder how I feel about Superman Returns today.
yeah,
I haven't seen it in a
I
long
kind of
time.
wonder because I remember I didn't like it, but I also didn't have any strong feelings towards it. I just thought it was kind of dull, but
It was,
it didn't make
it
me
was,
upset.
but
It didn't make me upset.
I mean, it's the first Superman movie I ever saw. I can say that
Oh,
the
it was
first
the
one I ever
first
saw.
one. I mean,
Hmm.
it actually wasn't for me. I did
It
see.
was.
I saw Superman 2 actually before Returns.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then my dad showed me Superman the movie because it was like
And you
one
were
of
blown
those.
away.
It was one of those like, yeah, sit down, kid. You have to watch this. And I'm like,
And you do.
yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Yes,
I
and
mean,
you do,
that's
because
a
it's great.
movie every kid should watch, right? At least,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Like everyone should watch Superman the movie
It's such a good movie to watch for like,
for kids too. Like it's a good movie for kids.
if you feel like a movie teaches you a lesson and whatnot.
Yeah. Hey.
Very mature too.
Yeah. Just you better be ready to sit that kid down for a long time. That movie is long as fuck.
It's 2:30,
Yeah, it's
right?
like it's 2.5, something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I always said it was 3 hours.
I honestly, that's probably why I didn't feel Man of Steel's runtime because I was just used to
uh,
Superman movies being long.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh no, it was 2 hours 7 minutes.
really.
Superman Returns is 2.5.
Oh, wow, I guess we're over exaggerating a lot, huh?
I guess we are. Yeah, no, Superman Returns was almost 3 hours. 2 hours 50 in a long fucking movie. But yeah,
Hours 50.
man, 2 hours 50.
Fuck.
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
Fuck me.
Exactly. But yeah, I guess yeah, we can kind of move on. Did you hear John Wick 4 got delayed? A whole year.
I didn't. I didn't know what happened.
It's got delayed to March of 2023.
March of
Honestly,
2023.
I don't know why. Probably because they haven't started filming yet, as far as I know.
And but they gave us like a trailer thingy, right? Or
Yeah, it
whatever it
was just an
was.
announcement video for the release date change. Yeah, it's coming March of 2023. I mean, that was probably the best move, to be honest.
Yeah.
Considering it was coming out the same day as Top Gun. Like,
$4?
yeah, it's coming out the same day as Top Gun Maverick, and it was coming out a few weeks after Doctor Strange.
But
So, yeah, I think
they
it
delayed it a whole
needed
year.
a whole year. I mean, I guess yeah, a whole year. I don't know,
That's really confusing.
but it does put it away from competition and gives it time
But
to like make money.
that's like F9 to getting delayed a whole year.
Yeah, but it helped F9 because it made a ton of money.
Yeah, almost a billion. It,
Yeah.
it was the highest grossing until.
With a Chinese release,
Mm,
but China loves the Fast and the Furious
oh yeah, so do I.
movie. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you, silly boy?
Yeah.
Reasons.
Okay. I watched the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett,
Oh yeah,
and I
liked it.
was not a fan
Oh well then,
because this first episode was nothing.
nothing.
It was mostly flashback.
You
Like,
want to know how I got out of the solid pick? Well, here you go.
hmm?
There you want to know how I got out of that fucking pit? Here you go.
No,
Now you know.
literally. No, literally.
Yeah, no, I saw a thumbnail of it being glad.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be
It's
worthwhile.
literally
But
just you see him get out of the Sarlacc pit. He gets taken by some Tusken Raiders. He fights a four-armed creature.
hmm.
Gains the Tusken Raiders' respect, and then the episode ends.
The second episode,
39 minutes, everybody.
the second episode of The Mandalorian.
It And then, oh yeah, every so often they cut back to him in the present where he's just starting his rule at Jabba's palace. And
Hmm.
every time they cut to it, the episode started getting really interesting. Like, I was starting to get into it. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Keep me here. And then he
But
gets
they
in
were
that.
like, no, we can't,
And
we
then
can't do that. Sorry.
And then he gets in that fucking bacta tank. And he starts having his flashbacks. And I'm like, stop. No, I don't care about this. Keep me here. And I was like, fuck.
So you're definitely gonna watch the rest.
Yeah, I'll watch the rest, but right now that was the worst foot they could have stepped forward.
Hmm.
Because, like, I'm interested in seeing, okay, how is Boba Fett gonna rule Mos Espa? How's he gonna do it? What's the issues he's gonna run into?
Yeah,
Right? That's cool. Fennec
that's
as
what you
his.
want.
That's what I
Watch
want
the
to see.
story.
That's what sold me on the show. And this first episode was not that. And I don't know how many episodes we're getting, so I don't know if they wasted my time. But as of right now, I'm not on board. And I'm hoping the next episode will be less flashback, more present, and dealing with Boba as he's kind of
Yeah, I reckon they'll
running shit.
show. I reckon they'll show the present stuff now. Once we know how he got out of the Sarlacc pit, as if you could in the first place.
Yeah.
Did you?
Hmm?
Did you get in the first place? How he got out of the pit?
He's in the Sarlacc pit, and he
Blows it
uses
up.
his flamethrower to kind of like light that bitch up, and then suddenly he's out.
It's basically what he did in the comics. So
Like he literally just pops out the sand. I don't know. It's kind
did
of
you know he
lame.
went? Did you know he fell in it 3 times in the comics?
That's unfortunate.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. I like Tamara Morrison in the role. I like that there's a distinction in how Boba wants to rule Mos Espa. Multiple times throughout the episode, Fennec's like, "Hey, why aren't you doing it the old way? Right? That would be the easy way to make yourself known." And Boba's like, "No, that's how Jabba did it. I'm gonna rule with respect, not fear. So I'm gonna walk around on my own 2 feet, introduce myself to all the people that now work for me, and will, kind of do my business." And he even actually, this was a fun detail. I actually kind of like this. You remember the two like pig dudes that Bib Fortuna had?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
Those
guess.
guys apparently were still alive and working for Bib Fortuna until even Bib Fortuna died.
What the fuck's Fortuna again?
Fuck me. I think that was the dude with like the big fucking. Oh god, 1 second.
Oh, was he the guy with the weird hair?
Uh,
Hair.
the
The
weird tentacle
fucking
thing going around his head.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. And he was actually the guy you see sitting at the chair when Fennec kills him in the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And so those goons actually show up in that first episode, and Boba's like, they're like, yeah, they served for Jabba and for Bib Fortuna, and like they'll serve you. And Boba's like, if I let you out of these chains, will you be loyal to me as you were to them? And they're like, yeah. And he goes,
Okay.
all right. And so they're just
Yeah.
and now you see them walking around with Boba as his escorts for Fennec and him. And
That
there's an
sounds
act.
contradictory.
Hmm?
That sounds contradictive.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna run this place by respect, not fear. Hey, if you wanna like serve me, you, I'm gonna get you out if you serve me.
No, it wasn't
That's
that
not
like he was like he asked for loyalty specifically.
yeah.
It's like, will you be loyal if
Hmm.
I let you out? And they're like, yeah. He's like, okay, okay, easy enough.
That doesn't sound very respectful.
But he has them behind him, and he asks them to kind of help him out with things, and they do it. And actually, they get into an like a fight scene where they're cornered, and guess who's there to save the day? The two fucking pig dudes kind of show up and
Boba.
fuck shit up.
They nerfed Boba Fett again.
It's not well, okay. They had like these like protective glass like laser things around them,
Oh,
and they were in a very tight spot, like
oh,
so close that when Boba actually went to use his rocket, it bounced back and kind of knocked his ass.
ah,
And also, Boba seems to be hurting. Is every time he kind of takes hits, he's like, "Okay, take me to the back to tank."
no, he's just fucking old.
So he's either just fucking old and can't really do this anymore, or he's like hurting somewhere and they need to
Wait,
address
question,
it.
did they establish when he left his Sarlacc pit? Did it like tell us when it
No,
happened?
no,
No.
no.
Okay.
I'm going to assume because they show that the ship that Jabba was on when he went into the Sarlacc pit, the remains were still there. So it was either pretty fresh or long bit of time later.
Bit of time later, huh?
Yeah. He was still alive and he was down there, but he couldn't breathe, so he had to take off the air thing on a stormtrooper that was down there and used it for himself.
Stormtrooper was down there.
A dead one.
Well, I know, but how did he get there? Shit.
Bish got eaten.
Oh. I don't know. Did a stormtrooper in New Hope just run into it? Oh shit!
I don't know.
How unlucky.
They do line up the continuity with the sheriff from The Mandalorian season 2. how he
Cared
got
about
the
him.
armor from.
If you cared about him, there you go.
They lined up the continuity by showing the Jawas take the armor from Boba. So they
Uh,
explain how the sheriff found him from the Jawas. In
and that wasn't Tatooine, right?
yes, Tatooine.
All right.
I don't know. Just wasn't on. The episode was incredibly boring and rather dull. The only like major thing I can take away from it is I like
You didn't
those
make it
goon.
sound that bad.
I like those goon guys. It's not okay. Just because I say I don't like it doesn't mean I think it's bad. I just was not enjoying it.
Well, yeah, that's how it works. But
I didn't think it was very
what
good, and I just was not in for the ride. I thought it was very boring, very dull. Nothing of it interested me until they got to the present stuff where they're dealing with Boba running Mos Eisley, or not Mos Eisley, Mos Espa. So I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair. I just was not feeling it.
no. I'm probably not your guy to talk about Boba Fett, but thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. I don't think it's like bad, but I just yeah, not for me at the moment. But I will keep watching. I will give it the benefit of the doubt.
Is
Maybe it's just
John
maybe it's
Favreau
just
involved?
yeah. He actually wrote this episode.
Uh,
Robert Rodriguez directed it.
Robert Rodriguez, fucking Spy Kids guy, right?
Mm.
Right?
Yes,
Mm.
he actually directed the Boba Fett episode in Mandalorian season 2.
Oh, the really?
Yeah, the one on the hill with Fennec.
Yeah, the one on it's the one where we see Boba Fett get his helmet back or
Yeah,
his whole armor back, and he kicks ass.
yeah, that one.
I say kick ass in small terms because I saw the scene. I thought it was kind of dumb. Like the part where the stormtrooper were just kind of just running to him without shooting at Boba Fett was like, what are you doing? That was, it was something I laughed. But a lot of people like that episode. So a lot of people like that episode. So what do I know? Or that scene, mind you. I say that as well because Robert Rodriguez. I like his action. Especially in some movie called
Sin City.
no, not Sin City. I don't remember action in Sin City. I was talking about
Alita?
man, the one no, the one with Antonio Banderas where he plays the mariachi guy. Well, it was before Once Upon a Time in Mexico. The movie before
Was that
that.
it? Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
That was no, that was the third one.
Desperado?
Desperado.
Desperado?
There we go. Desperado. Yeah,
Was that Robert
action. Yeah,
Rodriguez?
yeah, it was. Desperado was great, by the way.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, I saw them recently. I love them. I wanted to watch Mariachi, but it wasn't on Netflix.
He's got a different kind of career. Robert Rodriguez.
I never saw Machete,
Neither did I.
but we did see Spy Kids.
I sure did.
What's wrong with Spy Kids?
I don't know.
uh, that's I know the answer. Don't
Robert
worry.
Rodriguez is directing a movie that's not supposed to come out until we're all dead.
What would that be?
A movie called 100 Years, where it's a science experiment
Oh, so
written
it's
by
really gonna.
John Malkovich and directed by Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez will be long dead by the time this movie comes out. We'll be all dead.
Why is that?
It's coming out November 18th, 2115.
Oh, is that the joke?
No, that's not the joke. That's legit.
I don't get it. No, I mean I get it, but I don't get it. What's the go-to here? If you're not gonna be alive when a movie comes out, I don't understand. What's
It is
what's
an
what's?
experiment.
It's not gonna. What is he hoping that we just reach immortality at that point that we learn how to slow down aging?
I guess.
Is okay.
Whatever, dude. I don't even fucking know.
That's the weirdest thing I've heard all day.
It sure is. You know what's more depressing than that?
Mm.
Don't Look Up.
Oh, you want to talk about that now?
We might as well. Because it's the second to last thing I have here in my topics.
Mm.
So, I mean, um, last we talked about it, I said I wasn't sure how I felt about it.
Yeah, you didn't like it. That's what I remember you saying, right?
Um, I think I don't like it, but I think it's a good movie.
Hmm. All
I
right.
think it hits a little too close.
Got a little real for you.
It's a little too real. A little too real to the point where it's not even funny anymore. Like it's like the movie's funny, but it got to the point where I was like, okay, this shit ain't a joke anymore. like
Uh, when would
like
that be
I
for you?
for me it actually got to like it was pretty kind of funny when they got to like the to the White House and they were saying, "Oh, sit tight and assess."
Mm.
But as soon as they got to, I think, right when they all started kind of becoming celebrities,
Oh.
and they try the test, and it ends up getting reversed because they had a deal to get a shit ton of money in rare minerals.
Mhm.
That's when it got too real for me. That's like, oh fuck, this is just depressing.
Look at the political ideologies, sir. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Like it, like again, I the movie is sound. It actually makes too much fucking sense.
Mm.
Like,
Uh, Actually, I have an issue with like the whole mineral thing. Not the fact that it's happening. It's the fact that if you wanted to like get enough minerals so that the asteroid doesn't blow up too much, then why not just send just a couple of missiles so it can blow up instead of the stupid idea with the fucking drills and the mines.
I, well, if you blow up the minerals, then how do they get back to Earth if they're just floating out in the fucking cosmos?
Um,
I mean,
I
the
mean,
plan either way is for it to run the wait until it's in a distance so that they can hit it.
yeah. Well, if it's still gonna fall, it's still gonna fall. But the issue was with the machines that they had was that it didn't work. But for a safer bet, because they're apparently smart, they could have just sent a couple of missiles instead of the one that they were gonna send originally to destroy it. So when
It was nukes, right?
they were nukes, so we want
They
to
were
just
gonna
send
send
one or two.
nukes, yeah.
Yeah, why not just send like
Which is
one
kind of
or
stupid now that I'm thinking about it, because now if you want to do space travel, it's now radioactive in space.
oh, I guess you'd have to make suits for that.
Yeah, I guess.
Although, I mean, how does space work? I wonder now. Because
Fucking, I don't
radiation
know.
goes away, so I'm pretty sure we should go away in space.
Guess.
But yeah. If the idea was to like make the mirror smaller, just break it apart with missiles instead of whatever you were trying to do.
Yeah, I got no fucking clue. I ain't no goddamn astrologer or astro. Fuck it.
This is whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I think the movie is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's got very good acting all throughout. It's
Mm-hmm.
got some really goofy and bad looking uh, wigs.
Uh, that being Jennifer Lawrence's.
No.
No.
Rob Morgan, the
Rob
NASA guy, his wig was so bad. And Leo's beard looked so that was 100% put on. That was bad.
Oh, you think that was not a real beard?
No,
I
no.
mean,
At
I mean,
first, when he was wearing it in the White House, that definitely wasn't a real beard. But when he got it shaved, that probably was actually him.
got a trim, I believe it
Yeah.
was.
But yeah, when it's like super long in the White House, that made me laugh. It was so bad looking. Also, the whole time my dad thought the NASA dude was Don Cheadle, and I was like, "No, Dad, that's not him." And he goes, "It looks just like him." And
No, it doesn't.
"No, it doesn't." But I'm not gonna sit here and explain that to you. Yeah, I
I've
thought.
never seen that guy. Although I've never seen that guy in my life ever.
Yeah,
That
and
actor.
I've never seen him in anything else. But I looked him up, and I was like, "Nope, nope, this dude is bald. That's a wig." um, yeah, no, it's definitely a good movie. I just don't know if I enjoyed it.
I'm not gonna
It
watch it again.
I probably
Like
won't watch it again. It made me really uncomfortable. You said it made you nervous.
stressed.
Stressed. But
Yeah.
that was definitely the point, I think.
Heart rose racing.
I think it was the point to kind of make you just depressed and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Did you stay for the credits?
I don't think I did. No.
Oh, so did you miss that scene at the end?
Oh, you mean the one where they go to space or in the new planet?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So glad I got to see Meryl Streep's double's ass. The Meryl Streep double, bro. That was the scene.
Also, can I say it's kind of nice to see a movie where I'm allowed to not really like Meryl Streep.
Really.
She seems phony to me.
IRL.
Yeah, IRL. She seems kind of
Oh,
fake.
I don't know anything about
But
her.
she's a damn good actress, so
I know nothing about her. So I mean, I've never even seen an interview out of her from her.
all I know is she called Harvey Weinstein God.
What?
Called Harvey Weinstein God, and then when he
Oh,
got canceled, well, sent to jail, she suddenly was super against him.
oh, so you want to like mention like 70% of celebrities at that point
I guess so.
who were like best buddies with Harvey Weinstein, but then when he got whatever, they were like, oh my God, it's such a real shame. Oh my God, what a bad person.
He was a horrible person.
Yes, but again, like I'm saying, like 75% of these celebrities that you're supposed to thinking of
Yeah.
were
Well,
like best buddies with Harvey Weinstein, and like, oh, suddenly, oh my
well,
God,
it is what it is.
what did he?
What it is. Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably give it an 8, but
I think I'm the same there.
like, would I ever watch this again voluntarily? Probably
Mm,
not.
not really.
It hits a little too close.
I mean, not even that. There's just not much of a rewatch value, I'd say.
No. But I do think this is a better movie than like Vice. I know you
Really,
didn't like. I didn't. Yeah, you didn't like
never seen
Vice.
Vice. I never seen Vice.
You. I don't know if you'd like it.
Um,
It probably. How did you feel
wow.
about the point where they show that logo to the NASA thing on the screen and go, "Yes, this is real," like in bold text? How did you feel about that part?
I have to remember. Wait, can you recall that scene for me?
So, Leo and Jennifer Lawrence are talking to each other, right? And they're talking about, okay, who do we contact? And they talk about this like specific division in NASA that helps with, astronomy. And then they talk about this like division, and they show the logo of the division with the patch and say, yes, this is a real place.
I don't think I noticed that really.
How could you have not? It took over the entire screen. They stopped the movie to do it.
I probably just wasn't looking at the screen at that moment. Because thing is, I didn't watch the movie like consistently because I was watching with the family, and
Mhm.
my mom was like, "Hey, can you give me this? Can you give me that? Can you give me this?" I'm like, "Fuck, sake, I have to pause the movie every fucking time."
Yeah,
So I probably just played it while I was talking to her for a second, and I turned back and didn't see it.
I guess so. But I can
That
probably
but
actually get.
that sounds on the nose.
Yeah, let me actually get the frame for you so I can help you out here. Because I can't really accurately display what I'm trying to say. Also, the movie's too damn long. Can I just say that? Is
I
that
don't
fair to
think
say? I thought the
it
movie
was a
was
what?
too long.
It was a, what 217?
It was 220.
Oh, close enough.
Yeah.
That's pretty long.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know what.
it's
I probably remove the constant shows of nature. Oh, look at this nature! Look at planet Earth! Oh my god!
I think Timothy Chalamet's character probably could have been removed and the movie wouldn't have been too much different.
Well,
I mean,
I
her
he's
ending would
important.
have been different, but
Yeah, he's important to her character. So
still it
I
just kind
guess
of
so.
took time from the movie. Okay, hold on, let me find the Yeah, hold on, let me get a screenshot of this.
I mean, of course, at the time it was important to her development, so, but if I don't know if we're gonna talk like some meaningless scenes. Let me think. Oh, that scene where there's just fucking waiting in the White House.
Oh, for like forever.
Uh-huh. Like there's like two scenes where that happens, where there's just like locked in a room waiting.
Yeah. I mean, I got some pretty good like bits out of that where she kind of finds out that the
That was
snacks were that was a
awkward.
good
Her.
that was a
That was
good
funny.
running bit when they brought that
Mhm.
back up a couple times. She goes like, I still don't understand. Like, why didn't he make us pay for it?
Shit.
Like why? They were free. Why did he make us pay? I thought that was a good
Couldn't
bit.
believe it
Every time they came back to it, I was like, yeah, no, I get you. Like, why did he pay?
because he's a scumbag.
Yeah, that's the shot I was talking about.
Well, let me
Right
fucking.
before it, it goes, yes, it is a real place, and then it shows the logo and goes, this is their logo. Literally stops the movie to do that.
Oh shit. I got.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Oh.
Yeah. Do you remember now, or?
No, no, no. I don't. I'm pretty sure I just missed it for reasons that I was talking about.
Mm.
Yeah, it seems on the nose.
The point I
Was
was
it?
going to. Hmm?
Was it
No,
on
they
the
just
nose?
literally stopped the movie to explain that that was a real place that they were
Ah,
talking
well,
about.
there you go. You could take that away. You could just put it in the credits. I don't. What's the point of that?
Like,
Right?
I'm sure, like, what their purpose for that. I mean, I don't know what fucking purpose they would have had, but
You could put it in the credits.
no. I mean,
You
no, I'm
you
not
could.
talking about that. I'm saying the point what I was going to make was
Uh-huh.
if you have a problem with that, you would probably hate Vice because they do that like throughout the entire movie,
Oh,
where they're constantly stopping the movie to explain things to you.
explain. So tell you that that these things are real.
It just to tell you that these things are real and that they're explaining like long political discussions to you.
I mean, same director, right?
Same director.
He has a style.
He does. They even did this. He even did that in The Big Short, where he had celebrities come in to explain certain like uh, definitions to you.
Does he just make political films?
Now it looks like. Well, The
All
Big
right.
Short was not really political. It was just more of a biopic.
Uh-huh.
Vice was definitely political.
I did forget. Wait, what was the short about again?
The housing crisis of 2008.
Ah,
Yeah. same, right? You said.
Yeah, I give it the same. Same thing. I think it was a pretty good movie. I don't really feel much about it though. Stressed me the fuck out. Um, Politics were well. I didn't really fucking get mad at anything. Um, Not even like the whole mob mentality of we gotta choose the side, but not the same.
Hmm.
Because that happens. What can I say? It's a thing that happens in real life, unfortunately.
What was that you said?
Oh, that the politics ended with the split between the don't look up
The
people and the
don't look
look
up
up
and
people.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
that one.
the,
That one was another one where I was like, oh Jesus, this is hitting too. This is really close.
that happens,
It
and
happens, and it's unfortunate.
the references of people. Okay, this is something I find really irritating. Not even like as a political thing, just people who just wanna be in their car, record themselves, and talk about whatever the fuck they want, thinking they know anything about anything.
Hmm.
That one made me go a little bit like inside because it's like, oh, this.
The thing that made me die inside was when they did the concert with Ariana Grande,
Why is that?
because that was like, oh, you motherfuckers, you would do that, wouldn't you?
What?
You
I'm sure they
would.
have.
They would have
I mean,
a
I'm
concert
saying,
for a serious issue like that, wouldn't they?
I'm sure they have.
And I'm sure they have.
Well, I mean, a concert for 9/11 is fine if you're gonna like celebrate your life, the life of the victims or whatnot. Like, that's fine, but
But no, the concert was made to just look up at the sky.
nailed it. Hey, did it work? No.
No, it didn't.
I mean, it worked, but not for the reasons you're thinking.
Yeah.
Leonardo just had to go, hey, look, it's a fucking thing.
Like, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the movie was good, but that's about it. It's not gonna crack my best of the year.
Probably not. I mean,
Well, for you, it probably will.
I gave it an 8, so it it might be up there.
But,
Nothing that I have strong feelings towards.
Sebastian liked the movie.
Oh, you saw it?
He just said that in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Well, the
Yeah,
Discord. But
responding to the image you showed me.
yeah, yeah.
All right. What else was next?
Well, the last thing I had was The Matrix.
Mm,
I don't know if you want to talk about The Matrix Resurrections here. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't.
Well,
So,
I did. I had a very visceral reaction to it, as you saw a few times.
mm, interesting. You told me
And
you liked it,
well,
right?
I
That's what I heard, right?
I enjoyed it.
Mm.
It's not a
But
good movie.
ah,
I enjoyed it on a certain level of wow. You really hated making this movie, didn't you, Lana? But other than that, it's
yeah.
it's not good.
Oh,
Like even like the basic like how did they fuck up the action?
oh,
Like
really?
it's not even that it's like bad action.
In fact, no, I'm not gonna ask surprise. I've heard the action's pretty bad, so I'm not gonna be like, oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, no. It is not bad action.
Mm.
It is just it lacks anything that makes it the Matrix. It's not the action in a Matrix movie. It is just the action in any other action movie you could watch. Like if it
Well, that's not.
wasn't the Matrix, this would be This would be like pretty decent action. But because it's the Matrix, it's just really low quality.
Do better.
Like the kung fu isn't even like cool in this.
Oh, that's like big.
Like yeah, like Revolutions isn't a good movie either, but Revolutions has the Neo versus Smith fight.
Uh, the Super Saiyan fight.
Yeah. And even that, it
I
has
n-
like even at that, it has the stuff in like the club and
I never knew that was a compliment to The Matrix 3. Yes, and I I don't know. I probably just never. Well, I haven't seen it in a while, but I don't remember liking that fight. Probably because I'm just a big fan of the first fight and how grounded but also dynamic it is. But I know the third one's dynamic, seeing as the places they go and the things they do. But I don't know. I'd have to watch it again.
yeah. I think it helps in context. I don't mean just watching the scene again. I mean watching all three of the movies,
Yeah, the reasons why.
and the reasons why all this kind of
Well,
builds
yeah,
into what it is, and yeah,
I definitely know why Agent Smith is that like that in the third because he got stronger. He
yeah,
turned everybody into
yeah. He took the Oracle.
him. This is
Yeah,
my world, Mr. Anderson.
yeah.
My world.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler for the Resurrections.
I don't really care.
That's
Go
fine,
ahead.
but I'm gonna give you a light one. The Merovingian is back. Like he shows up for one scene, just to curse at Neo and then leave. And his final line is something like, "I'll see you in the sequel spinoff."
That ass.
Dead ass.
Like those exact words.
Like exact words.
What?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't know. He just Smith walks onto screen, goes, "Hey, there's some dudes that are pissed at you too." The Merovingian shows up and his fucking weirdos, and then and then he's gone.
Yeah.
Like they just couldn't help but bring the Merovingian back.
They really wanted is was that a joke?
I don't know. They just brought him back for a scene, and then he left.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's weirder in the movie because it just kind of happens.
No setup. It just
No
happens.
setup. It just kind of they're set up for why Smith enters the movie again all of a sudden.
Quote
But
unquote Smith.
no, he's Smith.
No, he's not.
He's
If it's
Smith.
not Hugo, it's not. If it's not Hugo, it's not Smith. It's just
Oh,
another agent.
he is
You know,
Smith.
like you know. No.
I know what you're trying to do, but I have to
Mhm.
inform you, he is Smith.
Okay.
I will not let you hide from that.
No, I'm not hiding from it.
No,
I
you
don't
are.
care. Listen, no. I don't care what they tell me. It it probably isn't Smith.
Smith,
Mm, mm.
and he is acting differently, but he's still Smith.
I
But
see. You can't put those two and two together and say that's different, but it's still Smith. Oh,
like he's still like acting like Smith, but he's acting like differently in like certain places because he still has his like you, Mr. Anderson, you. And he even like I think he even repeats the line, "Well, it was you who set I owe this to you. You were the one who set me free."
well, you know what? Fine. If the Agent Smith in that movie, it's Agent Smith. Then the Kyle Reese in Genesis is Kyle Reese in the original.
He is technically Cal Reese.
Fuck up. No, he's not. Nothing like him.
I don't I mean I don't like it either, but he is tech I mean then that means technically the Cal Reese in Salvation is Cal Reese.
No, if we're going by that logic, then it would be. But I'm not going by that logic. So
Nice.
unfortunately,
I
It can't be
guess.
Agent Smith now.
I guess not, because you said it so. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of appreciated some like the weird meta-ness they were doing with the movie and like some of the concepts they had. Like the reason why Neo and Trinity are in the Matrix again actually makes sense.
Why?
So it's actually explained in the film that after Zion was saved, there was peace for a while. But because there was peace between the Sentinels and Zion, eventually what happened is that the power plants that the Sentinels were running, because they were being run off of humans, that power started to go away. And so
Why?
they
Oh,
needed
hold on. No, 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 no.
and then okay, there, there
That's a
wasn't
test.
no.
Hmm.
Before you do your thing, there was another Matrix as far as the movie makes us aware, but it wasn't like reset yet. So Matrix Resurrections takes place 60 years after Revolutions. 60 years. We still don't know the exact year of which the future is in,
That doesn't really matter.
which doesn't really matter. But we do know it's 60 years in the future from Revolutions. So it's not that the machines like run out of power. It's just starting to become low quantities, and Zion is starting to awaken more people. And so the Sentinels actually start to go at war with each other over this power. And so the it's not predecessor, it's successor of the what's his name? The Al the, not the what's his name? The Al It's not the Alchemist. I want to say the Alchemist, but I know it's not the Alchemist. It's the
Ulrich?
no, not the Oracle.
No, I said Ulrich.
Yeah. Oh my God, what's his fucking name? Why can't I remember? This is actually really annoying. Uh, Jesus, why can't I remember?
Why can't you remember?
Um, uh, Architect, motherfucker, the
Ah, there you
Architect. So the successor to the Architect, the Analyst, who is Neil Patrick Harris's character, the therapist to Neo, um, found both Neo and Trinity's bodies and found that while the power of the Matrix is run off of people, why can't I just use these two people who have insane power?
go. What?
Who have insane power.
Oh,
But as he's experimenting and trying to get this to work, he
I
finds that
don't.
the closer he gets Trinity and Neo together, the worse things are because they're more powerful together.
I don't
So
remember.
he figured if they're at a close distance but not too close, he can get a different kind of matrix running.
I don't remember Trinity having power in the originals.
Well, welcome to the Matrix Resurrections,
Ah,
where do you want me to just tell you? I'm already
hold
giving
on.
a lot away.
Hold on. I did hear that it was like contradicted on when Nero's the one that Neo was only the one because of Trinity.
That is not true.
No?
I don't know where you heard that from,
Hmm.
but that is not true.
All right, then what was it?
Uh, Neo is not the one because of Trinity. It's just Neo's rationale is that, well, she believed in me. I can believe in her that she can get out of this. And when he does, Trinity also begins to get the powers of the One.
Oh wait,
So
hold on.
now there are two.
It wasn't Neo who believed. It wasn't Trinity who believed in Neo. It was Morpheus. Trinity just believed Morpheus because, she looks up to him. It
Well,
wasn't
in
Trinity.
the other two, she believed in him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
After finding out that he is the one. Wow.
Yeah.
How can you not? You have to be an idiot to not believe at that point.
Um. Yeah.
So there are now two ones, huh?
There are now two ones.
No, why would you do that? The whole point of Neo was that he was the one. Okay. Okay. Oh well.
There are
Oh,
now two. I don't know
all
what
right.
Trinity can do.
Probably the same thing as Neo. In fact, maybe even better.
But Trinity can definitely fly
It's safe to
and
say they can do the same thing.
reshape the Matrix in her own image. Because at the end of
Oh,
the film, it's implied that Neo can do this too. He just doesn't do it.
why doesn't
Neo
he do it?
kicks the shit out of the analyst so hard that it actually breaks his jaw open. But she can snap it right back into place as if she didn't do a thing.
Okay.
And so it's implied that Neo can do that too, because they're both the one, I guess,
Wait, that implies it.
because they both have the same power. I wouldn't see why they would both have different powers.
You'd be surprised. Maybe they could make it for Trinity better. Like,
Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get another one of these.
oh,
This
oh
movie bombed
God.
at the
Wow, I
box
want to watch
office.
this.
It's
I mean, I probably should, right? Because
if you want, but
Matrix fan right here, so maybe.
a bigger one than me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wouldn't be surprised if you end up hating this movie. I really wouldn't.
You blame me?
Hmm?
Would you blame me?
No, I guess.
No, you guess. Oh, okay.
Guess I wouldn't blame you. I don't know. I don't care enough. I don't know. This movie didn't make me. Well, I mean, I can't say it didn't get me upset. It just gave me to go, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
This definitely feels like a movie coming from somebody who was forced to make another one. In fact, the movie actually flat out says that.
I didn't want to make this so make it as bad as possible.
Like, I really don't know.
I'm only that petty. Don't worry about it.
Look, I, I don't want to. I don't want to be Sebastian here, but I do think you're gonna hate this more than you should.
Why would it be more than it should?
Because I don't think this movie is worth hating.
Why not?
It's so uninspired and so like just kind of lame. Like
Well,
I don't
I don't
see
know.
anything in this movie like actually rage inducing
What you just said, it sounds pretty rage-inducing.
for
Everything what you explained
I
about it sounds pretty
I
rage-inducing.
guess for you, but I guess I don't just understand it. I don't know.
Just for me. I mean, you don't care, so
Okay,
can
just because I
are
said
you?
just for you doesn't mean I don't mean other
No,
people.
hold on. I'm saying you don't care. So are you really the one to say this? That it's not rage-inducing?
Okay, I guess not, but I mean, yeah, I guess I shouldn't speak for others, but I just don't. I don't see the big fuss. I don't know. I don't think it's a good movie either, but I don't know. I just I don't have the ability to get very upset over this. But if you do, that's fine. I'm not gonna stop you.
Well, No, you kind of you did say I get more mad that I might get more mad at than I should. So,
I just don't
but
personally see this as a movie to get really all that upset over. Unless, like, I mean, if you're a super fan of the Matrix, like, it is what it is. But as someone who, if I understand, enjoys the Matrix, but is not a super fan of it,
I mean, it seems like only Matrix fans are gonna go see this movie
I
based on
guess
the
so.
based on the box office.
I guess so. And if they did see it, they definitely didn't go to the theater.
Yeah,
I mean, I sure didn't. I saw it on HBO.
I mean, I'm looking at all the backlash and listening to everything. So like, shit, what did you do? I mean, you just told me what they did. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Guess I gotta watch it.
Sure.
See what's up. What do you give it?
5.5.
Okay.
Same thing I gave Revolutions.
Oh, so is it better than Revolutions?
I'd say it's on par.
On par.
Yeah. Initially, I was like, yeah, it's better than Revolutions. But then I was like, no, it's probably about the same.
On a
But,
second watch, no, it's worse.
and I didn't even watch it a second time.
What
But
if you do?
I'm not watching it a second time. It's too long. It's two
Like
and a
two
half
thirty?
hours.
Oh,
Revolutions is like 2 hours. That's the only thing. It's like these damn Matrix. This is one thing I found in common with these Matrix movies is they all feel a little too long.
fair.
Like they're not like at least the first three aren't like super long movies, but they kind of feel it.
Wait,
But with the
even though this,
even the second one and the first one, but with Resurrections, I definitely felt the 2.5 hours. Did I say Revolutions or Resurrections?
hmm?
Did I say Revolutions or Resurrections?
I don't blame you because
Yeah. Anyway.
even Jeremy Johns made that mistake.
Well, he. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's Resurrection. That's what it is. It's not a good movie. I mean, we this movie did not make a case for it to exist.
Well, mm,
It just didn't. It didn't make a good case for its existence. Which
what
is
sequel does? Well, many, but what good one
uh,
does? What good one does? I mean, or what bad one does? Shit, that's what I meant. Shit, boo.
Reloaded. Well, Reloaded isn't bad, but it definitely has a case of existence. Even Revolutions does.
Well, no, I guess it wasn't if you're making a trilogy,
But
right?
well, apparently the goal was never to make a trilogy, but the way they ended the first Matrix,
Oh, really?
it seemed like it definitely was like, yeah, there's sequel here,
Yeah,
but it
it's,
just I guess they just never wanted to make a trilogy, but they ended up making the trilogy and we're okay with it.
we're okay with it.
They were okay with it. It's like, yeah, we'll
Oh,
make the trilogy. Yeah,
yeah,
we got a
money,
story. We got a story we can tell. Yeah, let's do it.
money.
And then the fourth one, they were like, no.
Let's make some money and like a couple of spin-off little series. Don't worry about it. Okay.
The fourth one, they were like, nope, please, nope, nope, and then they did it
L-
anyway.
Listen, we'll make an anime short thingy on why the machines turned evil. I saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's okay. Animation's nice.
Yeah. Holy shit! It is 2:30.
It is.
Okay, yeah, that's probably me then.
Hmm?
That's probably me. I need to go to bed.
I need to go to bed too.
Yeah.
You kept me up all night. Piece of shit. Could you?
Well, goddamn. Well, all right. That was fun.
Was this always fun?
Yeah. We'll do this again
Yeah.
in a couple weeks.
Hopefully,
We'll
whenever.
say probably what, January 1st we'll probably do the year lists.
New Year's podcast, maybe.
Probably
Sure,
just
we
the
could.
year lists, right?
Even one for video games.
Hmm?
Even one for video games.
No.
No,
No. I didn't play enough games
I
to
guess
like,
so.
and even then I'd only be talking about God of War. Cuz I only like played through a few games this year. Like what, 1, 2,
Not your best year for
3,
games, huh?
4. What year is my best year for games?
Every time whatever you fucking grind on a Call of Duty game.
I guess so.
So every year, words good. Well, never mind. World War II. Just any Call of Duty game.
I resent that.
I know. I know. It was underhanded tactic, but it had to be done.
It did not have to be done.
It had to be done for the sake of good games.
No, it didn't.
For the sake of good World War II games, I had to do it.
Okay.
Remake World at War.
Well, you go play Battlefield 5.
Sure. I hear it's good now.
That's a lie.
I hear Battlefield 5 is good now.
I hear it's
I hear
dead.
that I hear that after a few updates, it's relatively better now. The definitive version of the game or whatever.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, I'm not gonna get it because it's Battlefield
It was a free game?
West.
Yeah, on PlayStation Plus. Did you not get it?
No, what the fuck would I get on there? It was when it was when I heard it was bad.
It was
Or when it was bad.
it was recent.
Recent, like
Yeah,
December.
like last year.
What do you mean last year?
Like last year.
That's not recent.
Well, it's recent.
That's like a little back then. That's not recent. That's a little back then.
A little back then.
Hmm. I mean, listen. You don't say recently I broke my leg and refer back to last year. You don't. So, are you gonna say the same thing for Battlefield 5? It was recent last year. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Good point. Good point, Ernest. But no, I didn't get it.
Well, have fun paying for it.
Oh, I'm not gonna get it. I said I'm not gonna because it's Battlefield and it's a game that I don't want to get games anymore. No more games. I'm not gonna get one until like one I'm interested in. No
That's a
more video
lie.
games.
That's a lie.
Video games cause violence. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, don't listen to his propaganda.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta end this. I gotta go to bed.
All right.